Hello, everybody, and welcome to the finale of Danger at Dunwater for this arc in the Quest Q show, podcast, Twitch stream, whatever you're listening or however you're consuming this. Last week, of course, on Quest Q, this party was tasked with killing both Thousand Teeth, the Dreadful, a massive crocodile who had laid claim to quite a few lizard folk hunting parties recently, and then also retrieving some helmet from King Guppy and his bullywug assholes who stole the crown from the lizard folk recently. 2 weeks ago, we easily dispatched Thousand Teeth the Dreadful. Last week, we decided that, hey, you know what? It's the perfect time. This is the perfect venture opportunity. Gabo is not one to leave thousands of pounds of meat to go to waste. So the party came up with the grand idea to retrieve the body of Thousand Teeth the Dreadful, hold it somewhere safe while they go and deal with the whole helmet thing with the King Guppy. And then afterwards, now I think there's plans for a brand new restaurant opening up in Salt Marsh in the upcoming weeks. We'll have to see how that unfolds as Quest Q keeps progressing through Ghost of Salt Marsh. But more importantly, you all did indeed, well, I was about to say you did indeed retrieve the helmet that the lizard folk tasked you with retrieving, but for anyone who was around and remembers last week, when we got to the bullywug encampment, I guess you would call it, it looked like there was some duel going on between two different bullywugs. I say duel with very loose air quotes because it was mostly them kind of circling each other and hurling some insults back and forth while the rest of the party, the rest of the bullywugs all watched. But Liz was able to point out to you all that it was actually King Guppy's frog, Blippy. Don't think we got a name yet. Don't really need a name, probably. You just got the frog. I don't think we really needed to name it, but its name is Blippy, if we're curious. And Liz pointed out that Blippy was actually holding the helmet inside somewhere, somehow. So, you all came up with a rather quick plan to distract the bullywugs away from King Guppy and Blippy. While they were distracted, a few of you kind of did some solid snakes sneaking in. I forget exactly who all climbed up into the platform and actually wrangled the frog, but long story short, there was some frog wrestling. Frog got thrown over the kind of encampment area, and you all ran off into the marsh with this very large frog who apparently has the helmet that you all need inside of its belly somewhere. And I think that, did I miss anything? Or does that sound, did I get it all the highlights?
That's about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds
I
about
got
right.
all the important bits. So before we do drop into tonight, of course we need to first do our RP warm-up question. So Jeremy, you're in the hot seat, of course, as always starting with you. Tonight, I want to ask you all, what is your character's biggest pet peeve? What is something that your character absolutely cannot stand when people do around them? Gabo seems pretty chill, but
what's Gabo's pet peeve?
Yeah.
Probably when people let the food he cooks go to waste. Like, it's one thing, you know, it's okay if they eat and they're full or whatever, but if they say they wanted a certain amount and then they don't want it or whatever, it's probably making them a little upset.
Okay, so if they don't clear their plates. I mean, that's like a rule in majority of Chinese food buffets. So I think that is a very fair.
Which is where Gabo's works, right?
Yeah, of course. Gabo, of course, notoriously learned all of his cooking from a Chinese food buffet, of course. Danny, what about Kenrick? What's something Kenrick can't stand?
You know, the worst thing is when people decide to wear their shoes inside. I do a very good job of keeping things clean, whether it's on the ship, I don't care. If it is my space, take off your motherfucking shoes before you walk. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Do not. Okay. I don't know. Okay. So we don't know where Kendrick lives yet, but if we do somehow end up where Kendrick lives, everybody better make sure to take those goddamn shoes off, or that sounds like there's going to be a big problem.
Mm-hmm.
Megan, what is something Jess? What's her biggest pet peeve?
Jess's biggest pet peeve is seeing people just like aimlessly kill like spiders and such. Like, just take it outside. Come on.
So you like, okay, so you don't want to see any kind of death, really.
She's more so just the like, look, we know the bugs are gonna make it in the house. Just put them back where they belong.
They don't know any better. They don't know that, oh,
No.
hey, now I'm in carpet? Like, ooh, they probably just like carpet. Yeah, okay, I think that's very fair pet peeve. Lucas, what about Reggie?
Reggie probably hates everyone coming up to him in town and like asking him for all those favors and stuff that we mentioned at the very start of the like show. I feel like he hates doing it, but does it because he knows he gets like his money and stuff off it, so he feels like it's just his job now. But yeah, he absolutely despises it.
Is it accurate to say that it's more of just Reggie maybe not liking talking to people that much?
Maybe, probably.
Or is it specifically the fact that they always come and ask you for like these mundane tasks that you can't really escape?
Yeah, it's probably a mix of both.
Okay. And then Cece, I can't imagine Cece having any pet peeves. What's Cece not into?
DC doesn't like people with no manners. She likes it when people say their please and thank yous. But other than that, yeah, she's not really fussed by anything else.
Okay, awesome. And then, as we were kind of getting that little bit of background into everybody, we will pick right back up with the five of you. Who is? Oh, is it Liz that's carrying the Blippi right now? Okay,
Yes.
I'm looking,
Yeah.
and so the overlay. I'm gonna zoom just so that the viewers can see. This is how I've kind of got the overlay right now off the screen. But okay, so Liz is the one carrying the giant frog, which probably makes sense. I think Liz is probably the biggest of all of you, especially with three of you being considered small, and then a human and a tiefling. So I think. Liz being the biggest, he kind of picked up this frog and has been running with you guys. We can drop right in when we'll say that you guys have been running for, 10 minutes or so. You're probably starting to get pretty gassed at this point. You also aren't hearing anybody following you or anything like that. So you think that now you guys are kind of in the clear. So Liz will stop running and he will kind of turn back and he'll wait for all five of you guys to catch up, and he's just holding this big frog, just kind of staring at you guys like what next?
Yeah, what do you mean? What do you mean, what next? We need to bring it back and bring it to your leader.
Frog disc is no good. It's the piece that the helm we're after.
Right, well, do you want to reach in there and try to get that out?
Not particularly, but...
So we just take them the frog and say, here, it's inside. Good luck.
I mean...
We've done our job. We've returned it.
Isn't it Liz that's the one that told us it's inside? I mean, how do you even know that? I'm
That's
sure
true.
Liz doesn't even understand.
No, Liz is like, he's definitely been tracked, whoever's talking, he's like, look, he's ping pong back and forth, like who's talking, like, oh, he's for sure following this conversation. And then when you kind of say that, God, but like, how are you even sure he's got it? She'll be like, frog! You need to hold him up.
Yeah, see? Should take the frog with us.
Hey, can we just speak with the frog?
I really wish we
That
couldn't.
might help.
I wish we couldn't.
Surely someone could, though.
I definitely
do
can. I
Do
have
we
got
have
a
the
spell
spell?
remaining.
Do we, Lucas? Are we sure we want to burn that spell slot? That sounds pretty pricey. Might need it, man. You don't know.
Making you talk in a toad or frog voice is 100% worth it. So I'm burning my last spell slot.
Just remember.
Spell slot.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I can do it as a one-off. I've got communication one-off because I am
Wait,
a barbarian of the
Oh,
something or other. I can't remember.
No.
Watch this be communication
Adam?
error. We did not even
Yeah.
complete the task.
I'm,
Do you see the
yeah,
note?
I'm fixing it. Gosh, one sec. I'm so sorry. For some reason it switched my Zoom output.
The whole time?
Yep.
Okay. So a little bit of a good news, bad news situation. Good news being for the podcast listeners, none of that's gonna be lost. Bad news. Until now, it was only me people could hear. Because which means,
Oops.
well, Clancy, how are we gonna fix this, Clancy?
We'll have to talk to him separately.
Just
Yeah,
start back over.
let's just, we'll just real quick, you know what? We'll just let's just, hey, Jeremy, you want you real
Adam has
quick?
to
Just,
edit stuff.
no, no, not on the podcast. Podcast is gonna be fine, but we need to now live edit for the Twitch viewers, so they're looped into everything that just happened.
Just start it over.
I mean, Jeremy, you could just high level real quick, just drop what everybody just said, just like a quick like.
Yeah. So we were asked for our P question. What are our different pet peeves?
Real quick,
Gabo said, he hates it when people waste the food that he cooks. Danny,
and then we went to Danny.
Oh.
No, Jeremy, you can do
Chinrix.
it.
you want me to do it?
Jeremy's got it all memorized. I'm
Danny
sure.
wants you to take off your motherfucking shoes
Yeah.
when you go into her spaces. I believe was the words that were used. Jess, I think hates when people like squash spiders and stuff, like just move it out of the house. You know, it's going to get back in the house, so just take it out. Lucas, that's, I don't know.
There's people coming and asking for like mundane tasks, like get cats out trees.
Mundane tasks. Because even though I'm pretty sure in the first episode he said he just does like mundane tasks for his adventures and stuff. And then Cece said you like it when people are more polite. Like how hard is it to just say please and thank you? Is that good?
Okay. Yep, that was everybody's things, and then after that, we just kind of talked a little bit about like, hey, do we actually need to get this frog to throw up, or can we just take it back to the queen? And then you probably heard myself argue with myself about not wanting to cast Speak with Animals, and that is because, of course, Reggie suggested, hey, why don't we just talk to the frog? And that's why I was like, no, let's just not. And now I think the Twitch chat's all caught up. So, Lucas, what are we doing now? Did you cast the spell?
I can cast it. How long does CC's speak with animals last for?
10 minutes.
Wait, did Cece cast it
I mean,
last
we could both
episode?
speak
No,
to the frog.
because
Cece
I'm
can
a
do it once.
barbarian of
No,
the
no one has cast it. We're speaking about casting it now, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I remember we talked
mean,
to a
we could
turtle
both
for a
speak to
little
the frog.
bit. Yeah, last time.
Yeah.
So Liz right now is just still like, he's just holding this big frog, kind of looking at E5. Yes, it does, Danny.
Oh,
Yes,
I forgot about that.
if you are speaking in another, that is very, so Danny just mentioned in the Zoom chat that, something that very important that we all forgot, that established in Quest Q, and Quest Q only, I guess, so far, if you're using any kind of like tongue, speak with, certain kind of creature or whatever, you obviously need to, emulate their voice as well. So with all that being said, Lucas, we doing this? I say Lucas. I guess I should be saying Reggie.
Yeah. I mean, are you gonna throw another stupid encounter at us at the flipping river again? That's the real question.
That was a random turtle you found that had no idea what was going on. This is Blippi the frog, who at least has been, hanging out with other little frog guys. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, that's kind of fucked up. It was like bipedal humanoid frog guys, and they had a giant frog.
I feel like werewolves having a husky.
Yeah. Or people having like a pet spider monkey.
No, I don't. Okay, I think Danny's was pretty good. I don't think yours was right.
Why?
Why not?
Or any
It'd
other
be-
primate?
It would be more like humans having.
I just chose the common pet one. That was all. Not the one that tears you limb from limb like a chimpanzee.
Oh, goodness.
All that to say, Lucas, yes, if you did want to actually burn a spell slot on this one, I'm not going to bite you like the turtle.
Oh, Adam, someone in chat's got a good idea for you. So.
I'm more thinking. Oh. I can't. I don't know if that's for me or Adam, but I can't read chat.
I don't know what Kermit's. Okay, I know what Kermit sounds like. Yeah, I'll do. Yeah. Probably.
Yeah, you don't know what? Just to make you sound like Kermit, I'm 100% burning it. Yeah.
Well, now
I want to hear pure Kermit.
Well,
You're
guess
also gonna
what,
have-
Lucas?
Don't worry. I will speak like Toad Mario.
Excellent.
I was gonna say that's a double-edged sword you're doing right there, but okay. Yeah, you cast speak with animals. So Liz is there holding this big frog, facing you 5 in the marsh, and you cast it. I think you need to speak first because otherwise this frog I don't think would know that you cast anything.
I'm trying to
Are you working up your
Toad sounds
Kermit
like now.
voice?
Yeah.
You warming it up? I
No,
gotta do that
Toad.
too sometimes. Look, just cover your mic and just do a couple dry takes.
Hey, Miss Piggy! Hey, Piggy!
There, that worked, right?
No,
That
it's
no
not
one
even that.
heard
I'm
me.
just trying to remember in my head what Toad sounds like. I've literally done the voice before. I was trying to fully remember how I did it.
I mean, I think it just kind of talks like this. I don't think it's really much different than Liz now that I think about it. Maybe Liz just shouts a little bit. I think Liz is just a shouting Kermit
Yours
now that I think
speaking
about
like
it.
Kermit, I wanted to speak like Toad from Mario because it's like Toad in the name.
Okay, yeah, sure, we'll go with that. Let's hear it.
You can speak like Kermit, and then I can. This is
Seems
going to
way
be dark.
harder than Kermit.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah,
I'm like, I thought
But
Kermit
I've
was
not
like
done a Kermit voice before. I've done a Toad voice before.
Okay.
Did that pick up or not?
That didn't pick
No,
up
it
at all.
Oh, I'm going to turn my noise suppression down for a second.
Bated breath over here.
Noise suppression. I'll put it on medium.
I heard the
Oh my
barest of squeaks. Just the barest of squeaks.
That was
I heard
fantastic.
hello.
Okay. We'll piggyback off of that. But you might have to turn your noise suppression even lower, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, hey!
I'll see if it picks up random noises I've done. Oh, I can put it on auto there. Have you got a crown in you?
Excuse me?
You swallow the crown.
Like the helmet, yeah, I got the. No, yeah, yeah. It's weird. I wouldn't call it a. Oh, it does look like a crown. Oh yeah, you right. You know what? I think I do got a crown in my stomach. What?
Oh, can I not put it on the noise suppression? Oh, I can just move it. Oh, I can't move it. What?
You know what? You
Oh,
go
it's
ahead
like
and use
really
your
lame
regular
now.
voice. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right.
No,
Zoom doesn't-
I'm fully committed to this now.
Zoom doesn't like it, I guess. Hello?
Oh my god, it's just not picking it up. It's actually just not picking it up.
I can't. I'm sorry, buddy. I can't. I see your lips moving. I don't hear no words coming out.
Does it hurt? Is that better now? Is that a lot better?
I mean,
Yes.
you're yelling at me now. No, I don't think it. I don't think it hurts. No.
How do we get it out?
I mean, you could wait like a day, or 2, maybe two. Sometimes it's 2. Or I guess I could. You know what,
King Guppy. You know King Guppy? Also, who are you guys? Liz is still just fucking pointing this thing away from himself. So so this frog is only looking at you 5 right now, not Liz.
I'm speaking this in common, so everyone can understand not frog at the moment. Did we pick a group name? Or not?
No, why do we do something like that? Why?
Asking who we are, that's all.
Oh, tell him that we are friends of Liz.
Liz, when you say that, just real quick, when Kenrick says that, Liz is behind the frog, shaking his head. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Like, apparently that's not a good idea. Don't tell me you guys are friends with Liz.
What's going on? Has he got the crown in him or not? Because, I mean,
yes,
if we're going to walk all the way back... Well, that's good. And how do we get it out? Ask him if there's a way to get it out without hurting him.
Work out. I think getting a crown out of your body will hurt either way. I don't think it's going to be a pleasant experience if you get it out which hole.
I mean, King Guppy would sometimes play this little game where he squeeze my little tummy real tight. If he ever needed the helmet, or sometimes if he didn't squeeze my tummy real tight enough, then sometimes I would make a little accident number 2, on his bed, and then he would have to clean it, and then he would have to feed me the helmet again. So those are the 2 ways that I know about, unless you guys know any other smart ways. So they're both kind of nasty.
Wait, has he been able to speak common this entire time?
No, I'm sorry, that was him. I thought you gave up on the toad voice, not the turd voice. I thought you gave up on the toad voice. To Jeremy then. Well, either way, he'll say that where you understand him.
Commitment.
So you heard that at least, Toad, aka Reggie.
Yeah.
So you picked up that he can either
squeeze you.
Jesus Christ. I don't know why that voice surprised me again, but it did.
Spooked him.
It's such a good voice. Toad's voice is supreme.
I mean, if you wanna, go ahead.
And he's gonna be like wigging, dude. I guess, okay, frogs notoriously don't have tails, I guess. Yeah, I was about to say, so wagging his little tall, frog booty. He's wagging it, into Liz's chest as he's like holding this frog out. Like he seems very excited for you to squeeze his tummy.
I'll speak this in common, so you know I'm not. We have to squeeze his belly, I guess. Maybe that will work, but sometimes something else might come out, so...
So we ask Liz to do it then. Since he's already holding him.
That's true, yeah.
Great. Liz! Squeeze the frog!
He doesn't, no hesitation at all, doesn't ask why, anything. Liz definitely doesn't seem to be like the most fond of frogs, whether they be bullywugs or actual just giant frogs. Let's go ahead and do a quick, so Liz just rolled a flat 2. So I get, it doesn't even matter. I was going to say it was actually an animal handling check that Liz was trying to make, in squeezing this, but you know what? Maybe Liz actually got the prompt a little bit wrong and actually went for like a strength based. And you're just kind of like strangling the frog at this point. The frog's like, every time that Liz is squeezing it, his belly's like, extending real big and then it goes back in, and Liz squeezes his neck and its belly goes real big and goes back in. It doesn't look like this frog is having a great time at this point.
Didn't we just talk about how Jess hates unnecessarily hurting animals?
Yes, and this is probably Jess's pet peeve right here. Because you can tell, after like 3 pumps, like Liz is not doing this right at all.
I think when Liz realizes like this is, or Jess realizes this is working, she's like, stop, no.
Liz will just drop it and put his hands up in the air.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. What do we do now? Does one of us want to try Heimlicking the frog?
I tried earlier. It didn't go well. It should not be me.
I
can help support
I don't
it.
mind making Reggie do it.
I think, honestly, with Jess and Reggie being the only normal size, like medium-sized creatures, it probably has to be one of those two. So yeah, Reggie, go ahead and give me an animal handling.
Yeah, I've talked to the frog. I might as well see if I can Heimlich maneuver it. Oh my god.
Dude, don't tell me. Why is your animal handling +1 as a ranger? Reggie?
Wisdom-based?
You go up and pick up this frog and you just do the same thing Liz just tried, and it's just the belly's blowing up real big. It's like,
can we stop, please?
It doesn't seem like
Right.
this is gonna be working.
Cece,
So-
would you like to give it a shot? I'll come stand behind him and hold him up, and then you just punch his belly?
Well, I was
Before-
going
yeah.
to say, could he lay down and I can sort of like jump
Oh, and we can-
Oh,
Yes, that sounds excellent.
no
Reggie,
drop,
will you
yeah?
please tell the frog to lay down?
Is he not already on the floor? Didn't
Well,
Liz
Well,
drive?
you were
think
just
they
holding him and
wanted to
Heimlicking.
lay with its belly in the air.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to have someone behind holding the hands, someone holding the legs.
What?
Oh my
You
god.
can talk it into it, but only Reggie can, and only in that sweet toad voice.
Let me change my noise suppression again. We're gonna have someone jump on you. Please, can you in?
Yeah,
Consent.
it's gonna lay down.
Guys, this seems absurd. We're gonna hurt the frog. Can't we just like get it super drunk or something and it like throws up?
As you're saying that, Gabo, this frog is laying on his back, just supine, arms out, legs out. It wants you guys to be done squeezing it and stuff. So I think at this point, it just wants whatever.
Cece's going to climb up the nearest sort of to get herself some leverage to jump down with.
There's a couple like weeping willow trees in this
God.
marsh and stuff.
Yeah, she's just going to sort of scuttle up the tree and be like, "Here I come!" And she'll just
Fucking-
like, elbow
the
drop.
people's elbow right on his
Oh,
belly.
no.
Oh my
Give me
gosh.
like an athletics check. And
Oh
come
my
on, let's
God.
get this fucking crown out of this thing.
I think Jess is just watching me in horror at this point. Like, no!
But
There you
hey,
go.
just to ease Jess's worries, this frog seems to also want this helmet out of its belly. So
Fair. But she can't understand that. It's all just ribbons.
well, you don't have to worry too much
That's not
longer
good.
because you see Cece come from the top rope, people's elbow right into this frog's abdomen, and with a is that a 14? I mean, the 14 would work too. Okay, so that was with advantage of 14 to 23. 23 would have been even funnier, but even with a 14, that's more than enough to land right on this frog's belly, and it gives a big croak as the helmet shoots out of its mouth. And you see, it does look more like a crown than a helmet. It doesn't have like the top piece on it. It's more of like a circlet or like a ring that goes around. And in case, I don't know if I mentioned exactly what this helmet it is, but I think as soon as you guys see it, you guys would recognize it. This is a helmet of underwater action. It pretty much gives you like, some underwater breathing, underwater actions and more underwater speed, stuff like that. It lets you breathe underwater. Yeah, now you've got the helm of underwater action now. Blippi's there. He'll stand back up. When I say stand back up, he does not actually stand on 2 feet. He's not a bullywug. He's a literal big frog. But he'll stand on his 4 paws? I don't actually know. Hands and feet, whatever. Yeah, I guess. And he's just like look over at Reggie like,
Are we done here?
How does this toad look? He's fine.
yeah, he
He
looks good. If,
People's elbow from a tree.
no, if anything, he looks even better than he did before. He doesn't have a big fucking metal helmet in his belly anymore, man.
Good point.
Yeah, I hated when King Guppy would make me swallow that thing and then just walk around with a big helmet in my belly all the time.
I
So
mean,
thank you guys.
is there anything else you want out of your stomach? At least 7 voice cracks there.
No, I don't
He kind of wiggles his belly a little bit.
think so. I think I'm all good now. I think that was it. That was my last thing in my stomach.
I'll speak in common to the rest of them. So, do we want to set this frog free, or do we want to bring it back to the queen?
I don't think Liz likes frogs very much.
No, But I don't
We
see
weren't
a
supposed to
point.
bring him back. We've got the crown.
Yeah, just let him go. I mean, we're not here to murder some frogs. So that'd make a hell of some frog legs. Look at that.
I think Blippi's like watching you five, and obviously can't understand this conversation, but it's gonna like, you've never seen a frog hop backwards, but goddamn it, you just found out today they can. He's just kind of be slowly just doing some bounce, the backward bounces, just kind of.
Can I go now?
Gonna slowly start turning.
Rush it back and forth.
Here I go.
Yeah, sure.
And
Go.
He's gonna just take off, and he's not going in the same direction back towards King Guppy. So it does look like, hey, Jess, if it's any kind of consolation prize, it does look like this frog, you guys gave it a better future, right? He was
Cool.
this like safe storage for these humanoid frog guys while he's a frog himself, which is kind of fucked up. And obviously wasn't super comfortable storing all their stuff in his big belly. So even though he did have to go through a people's elbow and a lot of very bad frog Heimlichs, in the long run, I think it's going to come out in the wash.
I think while we've been having this conversation, Jess would go as she's chatting, go over and pick up the crown that's just kind of been
it's just in the
projectiled
muck.
out of the
It's
frog.
just in the muck somewhere.
Just so we don't have to go find it later.
So we've got the helmet. We've got the 1,000 teeth head and a couple feet of upper body worth of meat. Back at the Dunwater base. So I think now Liz will kind of look at you all and see Jess holding the crown or the helmet.
Home? Sorry, home?
I think my first one was Kermit. I'm sorry. Now those two are too closely linked, so I'm going to try to not get them confused tonight.
Yes, let's go home. Your home, anyway.
Okay. I think we will then pick up and start heading home. So I think we established, let me recall how so we did take the boat here, right? And then we parked the boat close enough that you guys were able to walk through the marsh the last couple, 100 feet or so to the Bullywug encampment. Is that correct? We did take the boat. Yeah. So we'll head back. We'll get in the boat. I do believe Liz doesn't fit in the boat, but that's completely fine because Liz can swim faster than the boat. So I think Liz is kind of leading the way more than anything as the rest of you all are in the boat paddling. Who is paddling, by the way? Who are we making paddle if there's only one paddler?
The big ones.
Or, I mean, you say the big ones, but I think probably Cece's probably the strongest of everybody, even not being the biggest.
Yeah, I think I paddled last time, didn't I?
I think so. Yeah. And I think it makes, and I really like the visual of a little goblin. It's a normal sized rowboat. So if I was sitting in it, it would look fine. But then a little tiny goblin sitting in it, it probably looks hilarious. And you're also paddling much faster than I ever could. So
so my feet are probably leaving the seat, sort of flying in the air. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. Every time the paddles come up in the air, you have to your feet, it'll pick you up out of the seat for a moment and you drop back down.
Yeah. That's what I feel it would look like.
I love it. And yeah, and like I said, Liz is kind of just, it seems like Liz is kind of enjoying himself now. He definitely did these two big jobs that, you guys don't know a ton about Liz. You've only known him for, I guess you did have a slumber party with him. So that's really the best moment you get to learn stuff about people at slumber parties, I guess. But even only knowing Liz for this little amount of time, you know that he is young He's a younger lizard folk. He's definitely trying to make a name for himself still. You think that's probably why he's trying so hard to learn Common, so that he can, he's got a lot of more opportunities out there for him. And at the same time, he's a guard. He obviously cares about the lizard folk, wants to keep them safe. And this time, like with you guys all heading back to his lair, like this is probably the most carefree you've ever seen him. This is the only time you've seen him where, you guys don't have an objective to do. You got no goals. You just got to get back and, meet up with Queen Snapjaw and, turn everything in. But after, it's only about an hour journey back home. I guess not to your guys' home, back to, Liz's home. But when you get within maybe like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes away, you'll see that Liz starts to kind of swim a little bit slower. He lets you guys catch up a bit, and he's going to stick his head out of the water and look up at you guys, and he's just going to say, "Wrong. It's wrong." And he's going to start swimming way faster. Like, you guys were already kind of struggling to keep up with him. He's fucking eel in the water. He is cooking now. Cece, why don't you go ahead and make me an athletics check real quick, to try to like keep up with him.
Is there anything I can do to help if Jess is
sitting
nearby?
Think?
Kind of thinking like if Cece her feet keep like leaving the seat, Jess is gonna try to like help prevent that from happening.
Like hold the waist down into the chair or something.
If she's cool with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we got a 13, which is pretty good, but why don't we go ahead and, so the help action correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a while since I had to do a help action. Does it give you advantage to the creature, or does it give a bonus to the creature?
I don't remember, honestly.
Because
I normally play it as it gives it advantage.
Okay. I think that's accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Which I think Cece's roll did roll with advantage, but it was the first roll was the best one, 13. It was 13 and a 9 for the listeners. But even with the 13, I think that's still going to help, Jess. I think you can tell like you're contributing to the speed of this, because as Liz takes off down the water towards Dunwater, you see like Cece really start to try to paddle really hard to try to keep pace. And at that moment, you notice Cece really starts. She was already bouncing up and down pretty heavily, but like now trying to keep up with Liz, it's really getting wild. So I think in combination with you trying to hold her down in the seat, with Cece doing the heavier paddling, you guys are able to keep up with Liz. And after, you guys probably were 15, 20 minutes away. It's probably only like 7 or 8 minutes you guys make it back to the Dunwater in the base. And that's just because of Liz's pure whatever kind of adrenaline he's burning to swim so fast, and with you guys, really going full tilt into the paddling of this boat. And when you do get to the base, I think the very first thing you would notice is, so I think you're a couple feet behind Liz, like paddling in, as Liz is already like, on the rocky beach and like running up into the opening into the hideout. I think you guys would see as you're paddling in, especially with it being, 1 in the afternoon at the absolute latest. The sun's high in the sky. You guys can see fully this entrance into the Dunwater, or entrance into their lair from the Dunwater. You guys can see that in that same spot you saw Liz standing just a night ago, right? That spot that he was guarding with his spear very proudly. Obviously somebody else had to take his post up, and now you can see that same spot. There is a very dark blood stain on the ground. There's no body in sight, but there is a fallen spear just kind of laying in the blood. And then the other guard post is just completely empty. So there's no guards outside at the moment, as you guys are approaching. And I think I will drop you guys right in with you guys getting the boat to the beach or like up onto the land enough that you guys can disembark. And I think you guys will see Liz just right in the entrance, and it looks like he's going in. Something's obviously going on inside.
Why the hell is he in such a hurry?
I'm like looking at everybody else because
Oh, well,
Liz just took off.
There's some blood over here, and that's probably not a good sign, and there are no guards.
No, something's wrong.
If they took my fucking alligator meat, I'll be so pissed off.
Well, let's go look for that meat.
Crocodile meat, whatever it is.
Wait a second. When we got this job, wasn't there someone else sent ahead of us?
So
Weeks ago, wasn't there?
So, you're thinking of the fact that there were missing people. There were a couple missing people from Salt Marsh that went up in this area and went missing recently. Mm-hmm. And then if you think back all the way back to the first episode, Kenrick pickpocketed, Etta, who was in the council chambers with Fireborn. And she was the one kind of like saying like, oh no, the lizard folk are obviously evil. They're bad. Like, don't even try to talk to them. Just go kill them. Mm-hmm. Kenrick pickpocketed a contract from her pocket about sending some, mercenaries up to try to assassinate a few lizard folk. And I think at that time, there are some discussions. And I believe you guys kind of pieced together that the people who were killed were the mercenaries that Etta sent, and not just regular, they weren't normal Salt Marsh guards or anything like that. It was definitely like a pocket assassination attempt.
Okay. I think from the bits and pieces that you've mentioned, what I remembered, Jess probably was assuming that, there's a chance they didn't actually die. They've just been camping out waiting for their moment. That, it could be them. It could be anybody else though, but they're not out of the question either.
Swear to God, there better be all 1,000 of those teeth there when I get there.
Fucking Gaba is still just panicking.
All pissed.
Well, you knocked 3 out, didn't you?
There's hundreds of gold worth of meat.
What was that, Reggie?
I said he knocked 3 out with his pan.
Oh, yeah. I do think a couple of teeth were knocked out in the.
Well, I don't know if Gabo knows that. He's gonna be pissed.
Oh my God,
the whole bar is ruined.
Gabo's gonna get to 997 teeth count, and he's gonna get so pissed. But yeah,
So there's blood in the water coming downstream from.
I don't think it's reaching quite the water yet, but I think from the water you would see that there's a definite like dark pool of reddish liquid right outside of the entrance to this hideout, and you would notice that also before Liz even went in, the doors were open. So it looks like people came in or came out and killed the guards, and like now that you guys are paddling in, and I'm gonna go ahead and say like you guys are obviously gonna have to dock your boat. So whenever you guys do dock your boat, you will start to hear some pretty telltale signs of like combat coming from inside of the lair.
We better go rescue these folks so we can get our money.
You see another boat here?
No, you don't.
Besides the one we took.
Nope, just your guys' boat.
All right, let's go see what happened, I guess. I'm going to jump off, get my pitchfork out, giant salad fork.
Yeah.
Gaba, since you asked that, why don't you go ahead and just make me a survival check also as you guys are approaching, since you were already obviously like trying to, gauge like what's going on in this situation, asking about the boats.
Survival check. Yeah. Get to roll a die today?
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm hoping you guys all get to roll a couple die.
Might even be dice.
We might even get up to dice.
You said survival? All right. We're looking at a big old natural 1, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, okay.
So
yeah,
4.
Cool. I mean, it was a 4 total. I mean, yeah, you see, you only see what we all saw. You see the blood and the fallen spear and stuff, but, you don't see anything else.
Cool. Okay, leap off my little boat into the mud.
All right. Are we, Liz Liz started to run in just without even waiting and considering like if you five are going to follow or not. But Liz, after maybe like 10 seconds, you will see Liz come back and actually like look back at you, like towards you five to see like if you're going to come or not. Seems like he thinks maybe he might need your guys' help.
Yes. Let's go be heroes or something.
Cece's going to pull out a great axe and just go, and just run in.
Yeah.
Are we following Cece? Is Cece leading the charge just for the...
Sure.
I like it. I like the
I've got a
visual
question.
of it.
Like, with the outposts at the top, is it like a wall, like at the top? Like, you know, like above the doors? Like a castle, like how the walls would have with the arches and stuff.
So this is technically in something called, and oh my goodness, I looked up like the definition of it 5 times before both of the last 2 sessions because I didn't know when I would need to get to it. I think it's called like a starts with a P. It's where it's a geological structure where it is like a body of rock that kind of juts out into a body of water, right? And so it is kind of like a raised looking cliffside from what you guys can see. And the doorway into the hideout is carved into that cliffside. Trauma door or something like that. Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, it's not like
I know what
castle
they
I'm
are because
thinking
we
of. It's like a
on the
cave.
Isle of Wight.
Yeah. That sounds like something
But
on the Isle
I don't know
of
what they're
Wight.
called.
Dude, I can't figure out how to spell it though. It's something like that. But just so all you guys would need to picture is it's a big like rock plateau that's kind of like sticking out into this water, and it's got the doors carved into the front. So it's like all in this cave pretty much.
Yeah, I was thinking it was more of a castle, but I completely forgot. And I was gonna like tie a rope to like an arrow and see if I could get high ground on one of the things, but it's a cave, so it's not really gonna be helpful.
Exactly, yeah. If you went to the top of this thing, you would just be like on a plateau, right? And you would just see like a bunch of, you know, either if it's just rocky up there or grass or whatever. But so it's like a natural like cave system pretty much that their lair is built out of.
Okay, yeah, I'll just follow Liz in then.
Okay. Are we're all going in? Because Liz will wait
Oh,
if
yes.
so.
Mhm.
Okay. Liz will wait, and like I said, Liz ran in, and then 10 seconds go by, and like Liz came back out and realized like, so something that Liz saw inside made him realize like, oh shit, I can't do this by myself. I need my new 5 best friends forever. So if we're all going in, Liz will just look at you all, and he's just gonna point at his like the middle of his chest. He's not gonna say a word. He's gonna turn and he's gonna start going into this lair. And as soon as you all get in here, you guys hear it's absolute chaos. You guys hear swords clanking and weapons hitting each other. You hear people crying and screaming. You see a lot of the torches have been snuffed, so that it's a lot darker than the last time you guys were in here.
Ooh.
Following close. Yeah. Did you want to do something,
Swear
Reggie?
I have something for that.
Okay.
I have something I'd like to cast as well.
Yeah,
but
fire
Reggie,
play.
go first.
Oh wait, they're not on fire though. But can I just make all of the torches brighten with full inventory?
Yeah.
So it's like brighter.
Yeah, we can do that. And then Jess, what were you gonna do? I'll do them in tandem.
I wanted to use one of my spell slots to cast Bless, but I know it only covers 3 individuals other than myself, so I gotta pick who's missing out on this. I figured if we're headed into the fray of things, it might be a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do that. And you can turn on additional.
Wait, what?
What's the formation
You
at the
cut off
moment?
me for a second.
Yeah, what's the formation at the moment, by the way? Obviously Liz has to lead the way. And I say that because you guys will notice very quickly that Liz is gonna actually like turn sharp down a very small and kind of tight corridor that you guys maybe didn't even notice the first time you guys were in here, but it's not going to be the same exact way that Liz brought you in the first time you guys went to where the Queen's chambers were. It looks like he's taking you guys through a shortcut this time, just in case that changes anything.
I
did really
Cece would probably be on tow.
Yeah, I think Cece is very, very next in line behind Liz for sure.
In my mind, I imagine like CC and Calvin are both just running in like crazy people.
I know, you said you got your big fork
like,
out.
or just running in regardless what everyone else is doing.
I think Jess will take the rear so she can cast a spell on all the people in front of her. I realized if I upcast the second level, I can get all of the rest of the party.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that.
Hell yeah.
So then, and for a minute with concentration, you'll get 1d4 to an attack roll or saving throw.
Everybody needs to remember that, because that is
when you make an attack roll or saving throw, just consistently.
That is one of the best spells in the game.
Adam, can I make an investigation check? Because I swear you said it was like 20 minutes off that you realized something was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if he knew something. So can I see if he's like got a changed expression or anything? Or like or like something else. That's like...
Yeah, you can do that. I think it would be... Do an investigation check. I think that makes sense. That's fine.
11, I think. What? 8?
Or...
You get 8.
So you got 8. Would your so you rolled a 6 and then your investigation +2. So what would your nature check be? Would that be higher than a +2?
Nature plus
I'll keep your 6.
0.
Oh, +0. Okay. So we'll go with your 8 then. I think with an 8 you would just, you wouldn't know if, lizard folk have some kind of basic hive mind intuition, or if they just have very strong smell or what. But, yeah. Well, I mean, with an 8, I think all you'd be able to piece together with an 8 is the fact that from what you've gathered from Liz over the last day and a half and the slumber party and everything, he definitely seems to value his queen and really look up to her quite a bit. So you wouldn't think he's, in on this or anything. And I think that would just tell you that you don't really know how he kind of knew, something was off about 20 minutes ago or not, since you only rolled an 8. But,
yeah, that's what I was getting at with the blood in the water. I was like, do you see blood and start running?
Yeah. Yes. For some reason, he definitely seemed like, he kind of was in on, he could kind of tell something was off, for some reason. But with an 8, yeah. I don't think you can tell exactly or exactly why or how, but, you do trust Liz though with that 8.
Okay.
And yeah, so with you all, if you guys are following Liz, he's gonna kind of motion you guys to go down that that kind of tight side passage. That's not the same direction you guys went. If you remember, I guess it was 3 weeks ago now, when you guys or 2 weeks ago, when you guys first came in here, you guys walked past the hatchery and you guys could see, the eggs and them being, cared for and stuff like that. This little secret passage is a lot more rough. It's a lot more unfinished. There's a lot less torches lining the wall. And eventually it will open up a little bit more. And Liz is going to take a sharp right as soon as that hallway opens up. And he's going to continue on running. And as you guys are trying to follow and trying to keep up with him, you guys could look off to the left and you'll see, it looks like some holding pens or a jail. With 5 or 6 jail cells. All of the doors currently are open, wide open. They're not busted off or anything like that. So you think they've either been empty or somebody let everything out that was in here. So you guys will keep running after Liz, and then eventually you guys are going to come to that same large double door archway where the last time you guys were in here, it was the summit where there were multiple factions. There's a lizard folk, the two other factions that I can't pronounce their names of. One of which start with an L, one start with a K. I can look them up if we need to, but for now we'll just mention them. But now the scene is much different. There are not these large groups of people in this room. In fact, all you see before you as you all burst into this room with Liz at your side, you see, first off, I guess, first thing catching your attention would be the largest goddamn sour gwyn you've ever seen in your life. This thing is about probably 7.5 feet tall and just brimming with muscles. You didn't even think fishhole could get this big. And then once you finally can kind of like cast your gaze on the rest of this room, you'll notice that it's kind of a harrowing sight. You see that Queen Snapjaw is currently kind of wrapped up in the arms of this pale-looking sea elf. And can everybody roll me a... Oh, man, I really wish I was better at the 2024 rule set of D&D, because I think this is a new rule or a new action that would really fit this, and I can't remember what it is. So instead, can everybody roll me a history check? I think that would be best. And this is more for out of character history check. Oh my god,
What are you
everybody's
thinking
really
about
good.
the examine action? Which I think just has you make like a perception or insider history anyways.
So I think there was one while I was looking at today. I think there's one where it's like recalling
14,
like player
14.
knowledge.
Oh,
You know what
that
I
is
mean?
better than history.
Yeah. So you got, oh my God, 14,
we got a
11,
14.
19, 17, 8. So I think a lot of you, let's go ahead and just, because we'll say that this is a group check. And because more than half of you guys succeeded, we'll say that all of you guys remember all the way back to session 2. So 2 weeks ago from now, when you guys first came into this chamber and you guys saw the different factions, the lizard folk, the one with the K and the one with the L, the different fish people, you guys also noticed that there was a pale blonde figure kind of like lurking in the shadows off to the side. This is her. So you would probably all recognize her from that summit, but she didn't have any other, there wasn't sea elves in the summit. And this is definitely a sea elf. I think everybody being around Salt Marsh, you guys would be able to recognize sea elves. But can everybody roll me a perception check now? Because now we're going to get into a little bit more specified information before we roll initiative. Oh my God, you guys are rolling good again.
12.
23.
Oh my goodness. 23, 12.
I also got a 20, but 16 plus 4, 20.
Okay. Now, Cece didn't get 7. I think Cece is just ready to bash some skulls. Doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter. Anybody above a 14, I think you would see that, as you guys are approaching, that sea elf, that's currently like cradling Snapjaw. You would notice a couple things. You would notice that one, she's currently removing a vial, that looks like she just did something with this vial to Queen Snapjaw and is now like putting it into her cloak. 2, you would recognize that, this is that sea elf that was in the summit earlier, 2 weeks ago, aka yesterday for your characters. But B, looking at her visage, you would see that like she looks like a sea elf. She's got kind of a loose hood over her head, and anyone who got above a 14, you would see that visage. It looks like it's kind of cracking. It's kind of shifting a little bit between sea elf and sour gwyn. So it's like turning more kind of a demonic looking, lizard-ish, shark-ish features. And it's kind of going back and forth between the two. And I think that's a good time to real quick I want to display in the virtual tabletop actual sour gwyn to you guys, because I've been researching sour gwyn over the last couple of weeks, right? Getting ready for this. And they are way scarier than I ever imagined. I've always pictured them as just kind of adjacent to lizard folk, right? These motherfuckers are pretty much like vampire sharks in humanoid bodies.
What?
Did that show up to anybody or no?
No.
Okay.
Not in roll 20.
Let me try to shoot. How do I click the display in VTT and oh, you know why? You know why?
Click it and then click
sec.
show to players.
Give me 1 sec. Here it comes.
I see
Are
a
you ready?
Koalimp and a Lokatha.
That was the two. Koalimp
Yeah.
and Locket. Those were the two non-scary. This is the scary one though. This is the Sourgway.
Oh!
I mean, I knew they
So-
looked like that,
Oh
but I
my
didn't
God.
know. Yeah, I guess I always equated to them as kind of like the Kuato version of lizard folk.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Like you don't really think they look,
Yeah.
that scary. But I just want to make sure we set the scene for everybody tonight that you see a grand total of 3 of those plus one of those that looks like he ate 4 of them. And as you guys burst in, why don't we go ahead and roll initiative? You will see that as you guys are coming in, it looks like the sea elf / lizard folk, the one that's kind of, or not lizard folk, Sourgwyn, the one that's kind of flashing back and forth. She is like lowering down, or she's gonna drop Queen Snapjaw's body to the ground. It looks like she did not expect any interruptions during this process. So, with all that being said, let's get our initiative rolls out.
This episode is brought to you by Fox One. Watch all 104 matches of the FIFA World Cup live in 4K for just $19.99 a month with 3 days free. Build your own multi-view, choose up to 3 streams, and follow player spotlights. Stay on top of every moment with live stats, highlights, and instant replays. The FIFA World Cup, streaming live on Fox One. Offers are subject to change. See fox.com for complete terms and conditions.
Need a laptop that's built to perform and designed to last all day? Select Windows 11 PCs starting at $499.99 are now at Best Buy. Learn more at bestbuy.com. Best Buy. Imagine that.
I'm gonna roll 3 rolls. I'm gonna roll one for her name is Shale, the sea elf. Oh my goodness, that's not good for anybody. Dang. Okay. And then I'm gonna roll one for Liz. Liz obviously needs one. Okay. Yeah, accurate. That's exactly what I thought was gonna happen. So by the way, that was a 19 for the bad guy, and that was a 2 for the friendly. And then a 19 for the next bad guy. And then for the final big beefy boy. Oh my god, they all rolled so well, you guys. I'm sorry. Okay, so what did you guys all get? Why don't we go ahead and, Jeremy, what'd you get?
21.
21. And then Cece, what'd Cece get?
I'm not really sure because it rolled it twice for some reason. So I'll go with the first one, which was a 6.
Reggie, what'd you get?
I got a 9.
Nice. Jess?
I rolled on that one.
Ooh, not good. And last but not least, Kenrick.
11.
Okay. So let me go ahead and get this all organized really quickly. Spoiler alerts, this is looking like final boss territory. So if you got the spell slots, time to burn them. And again, just to set the scene, it does look like Queen Snapjaw has been dropped to the ground. Everybody, I don't, just for the sake of not having to have people roll like perception rolls and insight rolls and stuff like that. You can see that Queen Snapjaw is very shallowly breathing at the moment, but it definitely looks like, Shale, the sea elf, definitely administered some kind of like poison or something in that vial. And it seems to be weakening Queen Snapjaw pretty quickly. So that might be kind of a ticking time bomb. But that's fine. We'll get to that when we do. Oh my goodness. You guys all rolled so bad. And so did Liz. Liz also rolled bad, which doesn't help anybody. Okay, all right, we're ready. We're gonna go first off on the top of the initiative order. We've got to start with, of course, Queen Snapjaw. Queen Snapjaw. Let's see. Queen Snapjaw is just the max amount of poison damage as she's just kind of withering away. I'm not gonna let you guys know how low her health is, but I'll let you know a nat 4 on that D4 is not a good sign. Gabo, you are up next. Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, is watching someone be poisoned something that Jess might be familiar with?
Yes, Jess, you would know 100%, especially with your background and everything, like that, the fact that, Shale definitely just poisoned Queen Snapjaw. And why don't you roll me an insight check, Jess, real quick?
Okay.
Just so that you can kind of try to figure out, like, exactly what's going on, because this is very...
I'll say I do have the spell Lesser Restoration, so regardless of what I rolled, Jess would look to her party members and say, help me clear the way, I can help her. And then you said insight?
Yes, please.
Okay. That's 24.
24.
Adam,
Yeah.
I've got resistant to poison, so would I also know about poison and be able to roll?
Yeah, however, because your buddy Jess has got that 24, we'll go ahead and we'll just say that you also have this, whatever knowledge that I'm about to bestow upon Jess and Macon. Because with the 24, Jess would be able to tell that obviously that you guys burst in, and it did look indeed like Shale was trying to poison Queen Snapjaw, and I guess the goal, what I think you would be able to piece together, the goal is going to be, poison the queen, exit out the side. And I think with your 24 investigation, Jess, you would know, like, back, you would be able to tell, like, you guys can see this entire room, and I'm moving around the Roll20 for the Twitch viewers right now, but, you guys would all be able to see, like, in the very back left corner of this room, there is a door, and it's guarded by a Sour Gwyn right now. And Jess, with your 24 insight, you would be able to tell, like, the plan of these Sour Gwyn right now was obviously to come in, Shale, the sea elf that you guys had seen the night before at the summit. Now you see her poisoning the queen. Obviously, she's a bad guy, and I think your gears would start turning, Jess, and you'd be able to piece together, like, oh, it's all very quick, right? You'd be piecing together, like, oh, obviously this was this insider who is an actual Sour Gwyn who can look like a sea elf, and then has infiltrated into this alliance, and now has obviously let loose all of the captured Sour Gwyn prisoners to try to kill Queen Snapjaw.
This was a planned thing.
Yeah, it definitely, and maybe, with how sloppy it's going, right? Like, it seems like this would be a plan that you'd want to do very covertly.
So we happen to get there in a good time.
Like, yeah, you guys ran past a bunch of Sour Gwyn fighting people in the hallways, right? Like, you would think, obviously, that's not super covert. So maybe the fact that you 5 showed up and, like, started helping them, it maybe had to expedite their plans. I know I just gave you a fuck ton of information, but you rolled a 24 in insight. So I think you just, would kind of piece all that together. But with all that to say, Gabo goes up next.
Yeah. And earlier before we left and we saw there were Sour Gwyn in that meeting, right? Were there Sour Gwyn here?
There wasn't Sour Gwyn here, no.
Oh, okay.
It was, you did, so from episode 1, episode 2 of this adventure, when you guys talked to the queen, you guys found out, and this is all just refresher information, it's not new information. You guys found out that the lizard folk were trying to build an alliance to go and attack the Sour Gwyn, because the Sour Gwyn stole their real home, right? They said their real home is off to the west underwater. That's where their hatcheries are. That's where their dead are buried. And right now, the Sourgwyn are living there, and they kicked them out. So their whole goal right now is make an alliance and go and beat their asses so they can get their home back. And so that's why there was no Sourgwyn in the actual summit, right? Because that's the enemy number one at the moment, as you can see looking into this room.
Okay. So Gobbo's gonna run across. Are all the measurements accurate?
Yeah. Yep.
So move all the way across. I'm gonna run up on the giant Sourgwyn right in the middle of the room. And I'm gonna go, hey, look at me, you ugly motherfucker! And I'm gonna try to stab him with my giant's fork. And then what's he wielding? Is he wielding anything?
He's got a big spear.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna attack. That's gonna be a +5, so 18 to hit.
That will hit, yes.
All right, so it's gonna deal, since I'm wielding it with two hands, we're looking at 9 damage plus my dexterity, so 12 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to expend one of my whatever points to do my disarming strike. He needs to succeed on a DC 13 saving throw, or he will be unarmed. He will drop the spear.
What kind of roll is this? I'm going to roll a flat D20. I
13
rolled a
strength
12.
saving throw.
Oh my god, you know he's got that +3 to strength. So that was a 12 plus 3. That was a 15 total.
Okay, so it does not work, unfortunately.
That would have been
But I still
massive.
damaged him. Damaged him. And I use the superiority dice, is what they're called. And then I guess what I'll do is, what's the one that lets me attack again? Action Surge.
Action Surge, yes.
Yep. So it'll be my only use of Action Surge, I suppose. Oh, also, let's do this. Let's do Fury of the Small. So just because he's bigger than me, he'll take an additional 2 damage just for that.
He is much bigger than me.
And then we'll do the Action Surge. So I'll get another action, so I'll try to attack again. And hopefully this one will actually disarm. Does anyone know if we're limited to 1 superiority dice per turn or just 1 superiority dice per attack? Does anyone know? It's my first time playing a fighter.
I think you're just limited by the actual pool you get per.
But you couldn't do like one attack and use like 4 of them, right? You'd have to do at least just 1 per attack. Either way, I'm attacking a second time, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I would say at minimum it'd just be 1 per attack.
Second attack comes through 16 to hit.
16 barely scratches through. It doesn't seem like, obviously he's not super armored, right? He doesn't look any more armored than any of the other Sourgwyn in this room right now, but he's so goddamn big. You think it's just, the natural muscle and tissue and shit.
But it does hit?
It does hit,
All right, so 7 more damage, and then I'll have him I'll use another superiority dice and try to see if I can disarm him. So another strength saving throw, please.
Okay, here it goes. I'm going to roll the just a flat 20. And now we all know it's a +3. 4 plus a 3.
7. So after I stab him and call him an ugly motherfucker, I knock that spear out of his hand. And he drops it on the ground.
So your little ass goblin boy was able to disarm my big, beefy, hardest threat in this whole room. Cool.
I'm wielding a giant salad fork.
So leverage.
It's all about physics and leverage.
It's that extra tine. Normal trident's 3. That's easy. But the 4th tine, he wasn't seeing that coming.
Well, next up is... Wait, do you have anything else, Gobbo?
I don't think so.
Okay, yeah. You just did a lot. You did a lot. Okay. Well, next up is going to be Shale, the apparently half sea elf / half Sourgwyn. She's already dropped Queen Snapjaw to the ground. Let's see. How far?
Hey Adam.
Yeah.
Sorry, but there is something else.
Yeah, okay.
I need him to make a Constitution saving throw.
The big guy?
Yeah.
Okay. His Constitution's probably... Okay, so you got a 14. It's only +1, surprisingly.
So 15, never mind. Okay. I could have toppled him over, too, and made him prone.
That would have been so embarrassing.
Just every time I attack with the trident, apparently. I don't even need superiority dice. But anyway, sorry about that.
So embarrassing. What Shale's going to do is she's actually just going to really quickly fire off a shot at Gobbo, since Gobbo just beat up one of her buddies. So she's going to shoot at you with a hand crossbow, Gobbo. That's not right? A 6 Did I really roll 2?
Yeah, 2 plus 4 is 6.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Yes. Well, she's distracted, Gaba. Of course. She's gonna try to pop off a shot at you. And in doing so, yeah, that's all
Hits
she
the
can do.
boss in the eye.
She's gonna start running up. And you guys will see that she definitely looks like she's heading towards that back exit, that there's a Sal Gwyn that is guarding the door, back there in the back left. So she looks like she has no intentions of staying and fighting with you all anymore. But that's her prerogative. So we go to Sal Gwyn. All the Sal Gwyn's turn. Okay. I guess this guy is just gonna run up. He's probably just gonna sprint. The one that was guarding, actually, you know what? No. The one that's guarding the door is going to stay back there. He's going to ready an action that if anybody gets to this door other than his queen, he's going to attack them with his spear. The other 2 Sour Gwyn, dang, none of them can make it to you guys. Let's see. Can they throw their spear? They might be able to throw their spear. They can bite. Spear. They can throw a spear, but then they lose their spear. So I don't think they would do that. Okay, I think both these Sour Gwyn are just gonna kind of run up towards you guys. And then they're gonna ready an action to just do a spear attack when anybody gets within the range of them. I think that makes most sense for them. And then other than that, we go to the Smasher. Oh, Jeremy, that is not a good time to be up on the Smasher, buddy.
Why?
Well,
Good.
okay, so hold on.
I'm just a little guy.
He doesn't
even
have a weapon
spear.
anymore.
Yeah, he's on.
I know. So,
Can you slap me?
would it be, so, this sucks, because this motherfucker has 3 multi-attacks. However, wouldn't it be a full-ass action to pick his weapon back up? Is that right? It would probably be a full action to pick your weapon up, right?
You can interact with one object for free per turn, such as drawing a sword or picking up a weapon.
So wait, so what would disarming somebody even do then in that
I guess
situation?
it'd be more beneficial if other people were attacking or something like that.
If it was like, depending on your turn order.
Or like an opportunity attack or something.
So he can just pick it up as like a bonus action?
I guess.
Okay. I'm going by
It
Mr.
says-
Wizard of the Coast Jeremy rules. He just picks it up.
Google did say that as well. I just searched it.
And I wasted
Okay.
2 superiority dice on this, so you know.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. I feel bad. I'm like, I don't
Wait,
want
would he
this
not-
to work. I
Would he
don't
not
want
have
it
to
to work.
walk away to get it? So would Jeremy get a reaction hit on him?
Let's do that. I want to give, because I love Jeremy's whole turn. I love the using superiority dice. I like the disarming. I like all that shit. I hate that it just has like, if it had no consequences, right? So let's say that you did knock it a little bit off to the side this way, Gabo, so a little bit to your right. So he's got to at least walk barely outside of your reach. So I'll at least give you an opportunity to attack against him.
Now, what I
Gabo.
should have done was use my free action to pick it up.
Yeah.
I guess.
Uh,
I don't know if that's a thing. I was
Forget-
two-handing,
we'll do that next
wielding my
time.
fork. That's okay. So yeah, I'll go ahead and attack him real quick. One more time. One more again, as they say. That's gonna be I don't even know, it like rolled off the screen or something. Only a,
Don't forget you have bless.
+4.
plus
Yeah,
4.
everybody
So 14.
remember that
Plus 1d4.
bless. Everybody remember the bless.
14. Not enough,
Is
right?
that like to hit or to like damage?
It's
Attack or
rolls.
saves?
Yeah, attack rolls and saving throws.
So it's not damage, yeah.
So,
so I
it's a
think
5,
even
it's
with
5.
even with that bless, with that 14, this thing has a 16 armor class. And again, it's not really armor, right? It's not like it's weighing any more armor than any other Saragwin. It's just the fact that it's so much bigger, its skin's so much tougher.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah, so when you hit him, you make contact with your giant fork when you poke him. It just doesn't like break skin or anything, so it doesn't seem to do anything. And then he's gonna grab his weapon back.
Yeah, pick it up, big boy. I ain't scared of you. Come on.
Well, okay. Well,
I've
now
never
he's
had
gonna.
fried salad skin before. I'm looking forward to trying it.
Okay, a 12 probably doesn't hit Gob. I've been so scared I'm about to just absolutely flatline Gobbo.
Okay.
I rolled 2 12s. 6 plus 6 twice? That's not right. Did I do
Sidestep
something
one of
wrong?
them. Pshing. Sidestep the other one. Pshing. Come on, I'm right here. What's wrong?
Did I do something wrong? Why did it roll? Okay,
Because
whatever.
Gobbo's little and hard to hit.
Here,
You
I'll
know
make it easy
what?
for you. My head's right here. I start banging on the pot that I wear as a helmet. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, he is just with how gigantic this Sourgwin is, and with how tiny Gobbo is, his giant spear probably genuinely is really hard to hit Gobbo. It's like trying to hit like a fly flying around. Okay, well, fuck, that was like my big bad guy, and he did absolutely nothing. So, Kenrick, how can you make me look even more bad?
Well, she's going to use steady aim to give herself advantage, and she's going to shoot her crossbow at the not sea elf who is running away.
Okay. What's your range on that? I'm just trying to
120, and she's 85 away.
Yeah, okay. Gotcha.
I measured.
Okay. This room is very, also just, I do want to, like, point out, like, this room, obviously the map that I've got right now looks very, like, fancy and well kept and stuff like that. It's definitely not this well lit and nice looking, because this is their fallback hideout. So it's definitely a lot more, kind of unkept than what this map looks like. I just want to say that for the Twitch viewers and for you players. But this was like the best map I could find for this situation.
I don't know why I didn't roll 20, but that was a 24 to hit.
Yeah, believe it or not, that will hit.
Right. Let's roll some damage.
And this is against
Did that
Shale.
show up?
Total damage 20. Wait, hold on. That can't. 20 can't be right though, right?
Yes, because I have sneak attack because I used steady aim.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I can't do a lot, but I can do that.
What? Okay. Well, a big portion of this fight was supposed to be like the ticking time of like Shale getting away. That fucking arrow did such a big portion of her health. I think it's gonna like knock her to the ground.
Lovely.
Where she's at. Yeah. That was a really big hit. So we'll say that like it knocks her off her feet as that hits into her back.
Lovely. Well, that was my bonus action and my action, and because I did steady aim, I cannot move. So that's the end.
Okay. Next up, we've got Reggie, aka Lucas.
Okay. Right. How high is the roof from like where we're standing now?
It's a pretty big room. This is like their grand hall, right? This is their like big meeting area where they meet with like outside groups and stuff like that. So I think it's probably like a 25, 30 foot high ceiling in this room. And that's probably why there's the pillars kind of lining the room.
Right. I'm guessing there's like long, like chandeliers and stuff I could theoretically like stand on. Or is that like, or would it break to say if I would stand on it?
So I don't think with how, so like I mentioned, this is kind of their like fallback base, right? It kind of they pretty much carved out all these tunnels and runes from the cave, right? Or the big cliffside. So I don't think there would be any chandeliers on the ceiling. It's mostly torches like lighting the room from the walls. But there's definitely, so the pillars go all the way up to the ceiling. You can see the 8 pillars on the map. And, I mean, the rooftop would be kind of like craggy, right? Like rock faced. So like you would have some handholds and stuff up there if you got something you want to do.
Because what I was going to do if there was like lights up there or anything, that's because like say if I like attached like a rope to like my arrow, I could like go up there and be invulnerable to like any of the hits that they could do. Oh wait, how big is the big guy?
That big guy is, I know, so
like,
we've got his
meters.
token looking like large. He's probably very borderline between medium and large, but he is about 7.5 feet tall. Just built.
Okay.
It looks like they took the muscles of every single Saugwin in this room and put it on this one guy. He is very medium built. But we could say, if you want to shoot an arrow like straight into the ceiling, and do something with a rope or something, you can do that. World's your oyster.
I'm just gonna use my bonus action to put a hunter's mark on the guy guarding the door at the top.
Okay.
Oh wait, it's 90 feet. How far is he away?
So, I mean, so your hunter's mark is a 90-foot range?
100, so I'd have to get within 10. I'd have to walk 10 feet towards.
Yeah, you've got the movement for sure.
So with my actual, I was gonna do this anyway. So with my actual action, I will say that's my movement and then dash up to here.
Okay.
And then hit the guy guarding the door with a hunter's mark. But then that's all, unless... Yeah, that's all I'd be able to do. So you just have a hunter's mark. That's it.
Gotcha. All right, we're gonna go now to Cece. It's gonna go Cece, Liz, Jess, just so everyone's got, ready for when they're on deck.
Okay, Cece is gonna activate her rage. She's gonna shout out, Doris! And then she's gonna run to, this guy here.
So the closest Saugwin.
Yeah, and swing and dragon.
Fuck him up. 15 will hit that Saugwin.
Yeah. And then...
Obviously, they are less armored than the big beefy boy.
That would be 17 damage because it didn't have my rage on there as well. So yeah, 17 slashy damage.
Okay. Do you have anything else you want to do? I will say, once you do that to this Saugwin, let's just go ahead and say you cut one of his arms clean off. He's looking very, very plussed, very out of his element at the moment.
No, she'd probably be like, oops! But that would be the end of her turn.
Okay, yeah, he looks like he is definitely bleeding out at this point. We will go to Liz. Liz, shit. Dude, now I gotta really think about what would Liz do. I know. So yeah, so now I'm thinking, would Liz go and try to finish off that Saugwin closest to him, or would he go try to get Shale, who just attacked his queen? I think he is. I think he is going to just use his whole dash action. And he knows this whole area inside and out, right? He knows all the secret passages. He knows where Liz or where Shale's trying to head to right now. So he's just going to use his action to just dash, and he's going to try to cut off Shale. So next up will be Jess. Jess, what would you like to do?
I just had the measurement tool out and then I put it away. Jess is also going to use her action to dash, and go around the Sour Moon guys to get directly to Queen Snapjaw. So
Okay.
I will, do that. I know there's a way to just draw the line and then have her move it. And
Yeah, you're
it's
able
not-
to. Yeah, you've got enough movement speed with a dash that you can circumvent all the Saugwin and not get
Get
any
there.
opportunity attacks. Yeah.
Okay. So dash will be the action, and then using my last spell slot, Jess will cast Lesser Restoration on Queen Snapjaw to end the poison condition.
Okay. Well.
Figure the queen's probably a good person to have around, and having him not die on the floor would be a good idea.
Yeah, I really thought that the queen being poisoned and dying over time would be a much more kind of pressing time clock, but we have circumvented that in the first round, which is always fun. Jess, you circle around all of these Sourgwyn that are blocking you and Queen Snapjaw, and you're able to grab her from the ground and cast her Lesser Restoration. And as soon as you do, she'll kind of open her eyes a little bit and look up at you, and all she'll say is just, you came back? And then we will go to, unless do you got anything else, Jess?
Jess was the one carrying the crown. She'll give it to her.
Okay.
Not that I think it'll do her much good right now, but yes, we came back. This is yours.
Yeah, she's gonna look even more confused now. She's gonna kind of look over and see that giant Sourgwyn smasher guy to her left, and look up to the right and see Shale fleeing through the secret exit, and you're just giving her this helmet, and she'll take it. She's just gonna kind of look at it and look back at you and be like, thanks. And now let's go ahead and go back up to, it's her turn. Well, she was supposed to be losing health at the start of the initiative, but apparently that's not going to be the case anymore. I think for her first turn, it is mostly going to be her coming to her feet and being very disoriented and looking around the room. She definitely was getting pretty close to death's door already by the time you guys all made it here. She's definitely not ready to jump right back into the combat. So we're going to go to Gabo next. Gabo, you up on the second in the initiative order.
Okay. So Gabo, you got the big guy in front of me, got normal sized guy who's still twice my size behind me, right?
Yes. Yeah, correct.
I think I'm still going to go for the big guy just because I know Jess is over there with the queen, and the big guy's going to probably try to destroy the queen if he sees that she's being, recovering over there. So I'm going to run up and go, "Hey, I'm not done with you yet." And he's going to go ahead and try to attack him again. So this time I will try to stab him right in the back with my trident again. So we're going to go make an attack. That's going to be a 14 to hit. Plus, do I still have the bless or no?
Yeah.
Yes, you do. Yeah, you do. Roll D4. You need at least a 2 on this bless to hit. Just spoiler alert.
2.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, you got him.
All right. Superiority dice. Or no, first, before we do that, try to make him topple him over. So he needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. It was a 13. Right. He's got a +1 con.
Yeah, so he's good. So he doesn't topple, which makes sense. He's I don't know, more than 4 times my size or something. I'm the size of his foot. What do I go up to his waist or something? Maybe his knee?
I think you're thigh level, mid thigh.
Okay. But I will use the superiority dice to make him, see if I can drop his weapon again. So I'm going to try to fling that thing out. So if you can go ahead and make a strength saving throw.
So his strength is even better. Okay. Ooh. So his strength is only +3. So 10 + 3, 13.
Yeah. So he drops it, and then I'm going to use and I just looked it up, utilize action. You get 1 free utilize action per turn. If you utilize a second time, it costs your action, such as opening a door, picking up an object, or kicking an object on the ground. So I will use my free utilize action to kick the spear away. It says determined as by the DM, usually 5 to 10 feet. So I'm going to kick it, or I'm going to hit it with my pitchfork most likely, but knock it away.
Okay. Which direction? So just northeast, southwest from the map that we're showing.
I'm going to knock it over to the west, or no, southwest. So if he's going to go after it, not only will it give me an attack of opportunity, but it'll move him further away from the queen.
Okay. Gotcha.
Cool. So yeah, I'm gonna knock it over there after I stab him. I'll utilize my last Fury of the Small to deal 2 additional damage.
Yeah, how much damage was that total?
Oh, I didn't even roll, did I?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't even know if I got the damage.
So 2-handed.
Shoot, 2-handed was lower than 1-handed.
That sucks. So
I
yes,
hate that.
8 damage total, I guess, because of my yeah. So 6 plus 2 with the Fury of the Small. So stab him right in the thigh, and then swipe his whatever away. Then I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage because I have Nimble as a goblin, where I can disengage as a bonus action, and then I'm going to move 30 feet over here and get between him and the queen. How's she doing? She feeling better?
A little bit.
All right, hang in there, Your Highness. We're gonna get you out of here. We're gonna make sure that no more blood is spilled unless it is Sahuagin blood. And that's it for my turn.
Okay, and at that, we're gonna go down to Shale is right after you. So Shale is gonna take a quick shot at Jess, the one who is currently over Queen Snapjaw and trying to steady Queen Snapjaw. That is a 8 total. I thought it was a flat 8, but no, that is a 8 total hit, Jess.
No,
how's that do?
Hit.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Thankfully, no.
And
she's the blue one, isn't she? I just want to make sure.
Do what?
Like she's the one in blue, isn't she?
Yeah, she is the blue one. Yes, and she is the one.
The one
that
that's
is...
had that go. Then okay.
Yeah, and she's going to continue up. And she is going to start to exit that door. It definitely seemed like her plan was to kill Queen Snapjaw and then escape unnoticed before you 5 dastardly kids interrupted the plan. Okay, that was her. Next up is the Sahuagin. So let's see, what do we got here? It looks like Kenrick, I am sorry, but it looks like the 2 near Sahuagin are just next to you. So I think they're going to kind of try to swarm you, Kenrick. Let's see. They are going to do... One of them is going to do a bite and a claw attack.
Lovely.
That was a 15 to hit and a 9 to hit.
The 15 will hit.
For only 2 piercing damage. That was the bite. The bite goes through.
Right.
So while he's biting at you and tries to claw, that too seems pretty low. However,
no, it does not feel low at all.
Really? Oh shit. Well, there's another one on you too. Oh wait, I didn't see Cece there. I'm gonna have one go to Cece. I'm sorry, guys. Cece's little tiny icon, being a little goblin, is so cute and adorable, so tiny. I didn't even see it there. So we'll have one go past Cece to Kenrick, and that will be the one that just attacked. The other one is actually going to attack Cece, not Kenrick. So let's see. This one is actually just going to do 2 spear attacks, or attempt to do two-handed spear attacks at you, Cece. So that is going to be for a 12 and a 14 to hit.
No, neither of those hit.
Neither? A barbarian.
No.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Well, shit. Okay. Well, now it's the Smasher's turn. Where would the Smasher go? Well, the Smasher's number 1 job is to protect Shale, his boss, the one who pays his bills. So he's definitely going to go be going up north. I think he's going to stop right next to Gabo and Liz. And they're the ones that are trying to help out the queen at the moment. So I think he is going to do a spear attack on both of you guys right now. So let's go ahead and just do it quick. 1d20 plus 3. So that one will be for Jess, and this one will be for Gabo. 22 for Jess and a 14 for Gabo.
Definitely hits.
Mrs.
Gabo. So okay, so only Jess will take 1d8 plus 3. So 5 points of damage to you, Jess. This guy is trying to wait, Gabo, are you full health at the moment, by the way?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. No
He's
reason.
not like Eric. He doesn't have like 20 bonus health or whatever, but I'm still.
No reason for asking or anything. They definitely don't have something against
doesn't
people that
do
don't have
anything.
max health.
That'd be silly.
That would be so silly. Kenrick, you were up next. You've got one Sagwin on you, one on CC near you, and you would also see that Shale, the sea elf, seems to be exiting through the door up to the north, and you see Gabo and Jess in combat with the giant smasher.
Has she fully exited? Or I can still see her?
You can still see her butt.
Right.
She's not
then we're
fully
going
in the door yet.
We're going to do the same thing. We're going to do steady aim for my bonus action and roll with advantage. With a nat 20.
Okay. I was just gonna say, if you snipe this character in the butt
25
from 80 feet away while she's trying, you were the one that already did. Oh my god. Okay, what's the damage? Go ahead and tell me the damage. I guess I'll start to say how
those
absurd
are
this
some
is.
nice ones. 24 damage.
Wait, is it
Oh my God.
only one attack or is that two shots?
No, that's one attack.
Oh, that is one. Okay, well, okay. Danny, I'm going to set the scene a little bit for you, and then you get to, and you can take off from there. Okay. So this assassin, this rogue assassin that you guys walked in on, saw her trying to kill Liz's queen. You know, Liz, your guys' new best friend forever. You see this lady try to poison the queen, try to leave through the back door. You already got one shot off on her that damn near took her head off. And you can tell, like, she's barely limping through that door. That Sourgwin up there who's trying to, like, defend her exit, he's looking really nervous. He doesn't know if he can, protect his leader, his queen, so to speak. And then you come up with what was it to hit? It was
25.
25
Because it was
to
a nat
hit.
20.
You come up with this 25 to hit. You can barely see her. Like, the Sourgwin who's guarding her exit, you can tell, like, he's trying to just make himself look big, right? Like, he's just trying to, like, block this doorway and just try to protect his leader. I think you can just barely see the slimmest of, like, exposed body from Shale.
Yeah.
As you let loose this arrow. You go ahead and describe. I want you to know. So this assassin, Shale, who is now leaving, at the start of the night, she had a grand total of 28 HP. The first one you did, I think it was 20 flat. So she had 8 HP left. Then you come and do another 24 damage. You could have almost one-shot her with this new attack. So I just want you to know that as you describe how you, from 120 feet away, fucking take her out with that much XP or damage.
Well, it's quite simple. I have been studying. This is what I do. And that steady aim, she lifts the crossbow, deep, slow breath in, and it's like the whole world just narrows to that space between the ribs where it'll go straight through her heart. And just exhales slowly, pulls the trigger, crossbow, releases the bolt, straight between the ribs.
Yeah, and she doesn't even make it through the door's threshold. Like, she's still, like, her legs are in this room, and then, like, her upper torso is, like, in the next hallway, or wherever this doorway leads. I hesitate to ask if you have anything else.
Well, the last thing I'll do is turn to the Sourgwin that's probably going to hit me very soon, and just grin and show my very pointy teeth.
Well, from there, we're gonna go Reggie, CC, Liz, Jess, just so everyone knows the order. But Reggie, you were up next. You see that your buddy Kenrick just absolutely obliterated the main assassin, who seemed to be trying to flee the area. But you got a couple targets still standing.
The one right underneath where, like, the Sourgwin, I'm just gonna shoot a longbow at it.
Okay, the one that was kind of guarding the doorway.
Yeah. 22 or 23.
23 will indeed hit.
Damage. I've clicked it. Is it going to work? There you go. 8 damage.
Okay.
I then
gotcha.
have the Dreadful Strikes for 4 more to 1. And then I have the Hunter's Mark on him as well,
is on it.
1 more d6.
Oh, shit.
Which is 6.
Okay.
So that was 15 damage on that one.
Yeah, you, I think the scene looks like this Sour Gwyn, Kenrick just fucking a headshot. Its boss, its leader, you know, as far as you all know, the one being that this thing was following. And so it's still kind of like looking back at its leader of like, what the fuck just happened? And I think it like turns back to kind of look over the entire room and this whole banquet hall. And then an arrow pierces like right through its chest, not quite killing it, but you think if this wound was left to fester for long enough, it's probably going to be a deadly wound. That's how much damage you think you just did to this thing. Do you have anything
and then
else?
I've just used my movement to get close up to him, and then that's the end of my go.
Okay, cool. So then next up is going to be Cece. So Cece, you've got, kind of 2 Sour Gwyn around you. You got Kenrick down here with you. You guys are a little bit outside of the scope of the, the shale leaving and the doorway up top and everything and the giant. So it's kind of like you and Kenrick right now in your own little 2-on-2 at the bottom.
Okay. I'm just going to swing at the one whose arm I've already chopped off and see if I can chop the other one off.
Yeah, that thing is gonna get fucked up here. I'm sure if you can manage to hit it. The 21's gonna hit it. Okay, yeah.
Nice. And also because I have the mastery thing of cleave, that will also hit the guy.
Yes, because
the other
they're
guy.
both within the, yeah.
So damage will be... Oh, that's not bad.
Is it over 5? Okay, because the one-armed guy only had a 5, so you fucking, you cleave him in half. He's already missing an arm, and then you just take him out the waist. The other one, though, hasn't been... What? What was that?
I forgot to mention, but when CC... the one I hit with my mastery, it's got 10 less feet of movement. I just thought, with CC saying mastery, I forgot to say it, that's all.
Alright, gotcha. I'll make sure to remember that. And then CC cuts the one in half. The other one your axe cuts into, this one hasn't been touched yet, the one that's right up on Kenrick. But you're thinking that you probably just stole a little bit of Kenrick's aggro because your axe buried really deep into this thing's shoulder and seemed to do quite a fuck ton of damage to it. Do you have anything else, CC? Not to say that you didn't do a lot.
No, I don't think I can do anything else. No.
Okay. All right, then I think with Liz, if Liz just saw that Shale just got absolutely obliterated with that sniper shot from Kenrick, Liz is actually going to go help out against the really big beefy boy Smasher. So let's see. What do we got? What do we got, buddy? He is going to do. So he's got a multi attack. Okay, so he's gonna do 1 javelin a strike. Okay, well with a fucking 7 to hit, so that's gonna miss. But then you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna bite. He's gonna bite this big boy, this big Sour Gwyn Smasher. That was a 6. I got excited because it's rolling like as if I'm rolling advantage. And the second attack would have been 24. However, it was so Liz isn't doing very good. Tries to stab at the big Smasher with a spear, misses, then tries to take a bite out of him, also misses. So that's really embarrassing for Liz. But we're gonna go down to Jess. Jess, you're up next, and you're now up against the big boy Smasher and the Queen and Gobbo.
I don't know how Jess would know this, but taking a stab at I guess would we assume that this Sagwin would do better as a wisdom save or just movement?
Especially considering like this one big one, this big beefy boy. You would I think just without any kind of rules or anything, you would just know like he definitely seems to be more of a physical specimen than a mental or wisdom based specimen. But I think that's all you'd be able to figure out without any kind of roll.
Okay. That's fine. I was trying to decide which spell to use. And that kind of gives me an answer. She's gonna, say to Gabo and the Queen, and I guess Liz, if Liz can understand, plug your ears, and then cast Toll the Dead.
Do I make a roll for Toll the Dead? I forget how that works.
Yes. So, target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw. And because someone's hit him, I think Gabo hit him, so he'll take 1d12 necrotic damage instead if he doesn't succeed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he rolled a 5 and, not super wise. I'll just go ahead and say he doesn't have a +7 to wisdom. So he's gonna fail.
My die fell off my desk. That's the first time in a while. I'm gonna try that again. Alright, that is an 8 necrotic damage.
8 points of necrotic damage. You see this big Salgwin Smasher like start to grab his ears and kind of like double over. Seems to very much be in pain and also be pretty distracted at this moment. Next up is actually me, Queen Snapjaw. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. She's up against that big Salgwin Smasher who's currently holding his ears real tight. I think she's gonna try to get some revenge. She's gonna give a quick bite. 18 to hit oh my god, she's doing better than Liz did. She did 8 points of damage with an 18 to hit. And then for her second attack, she is going to claw at this guy. Oh no, so she's gonna also try to, after she bites at him, she's gonna try to claw at him, but she can't quite pierce his skin with her claws, unfortunately. But still, 8 points of damage, not bad. We're now gonna goes from Queen to Gabo. Gabo, you're up. You're still right up against this big beefy boy.
Okay. Well, that's good. I don't have nearly as much of my cool stuff left. But it doesn't mean I'm completely useless, so I can still go ahead and attack. So yeah, he's going to go ahead and try to do the same thing as before. I'm going to just kind of step right up to him. How many times I got to teach you this lesson, old man? I'm going to stab him with my giant fork.
Fucking knock his weapon out again. Trip him again.
So that's going to be 15 to hit. Oh, am I blessed? I don't know if I'm still blessed.
You are blessed.
I haven't
You're still
had to roll for anything, so yeah.
Yeah, you're
right,
blessed for pretty much
17
10
to
rounds.
17 to hit, and then it looks like the 2 damage.
You fucking
plus...
know he's got 16 armor class. You know you just barely hit
I
him
rolled
because
a
of that
6,
blast.
but for some reason it's not including my dexterity bonus, so it really should be 9 damage. Because it's not like my offhand attack. So yeah, 6 plus 3 is 9.
Okay. So 9 points to big Smasher boy.
Big Smasher boy. And then I'm going to try to topple him over. So Constitution save. I'm going to try to knock him down.
Okay. I'm just going to roll another flat D20. This dude rolled
Not gonna
so
work.
good. He rolled a 17 plus 1, so 18.
That kind of makes sense. And then disengage is a bonus action just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a couple feet. So he's got to move. Actually, I'm going to go right here. So if he wants to attack me, he's got to give Jess an opportunity to attack.
Okay. What if he's got the range? What if he just has 10-foot range? You don't even know that, though.
The
That
spear,
is an opportunity attack.
yeah, and the spear I kicked away didn't look that big.
God damn it. I forgot you kicked away his spirit. You know what? It doesn't even fucking matter. We're going to go down to Shale. Oh, shit. She's dead. Then we're going to go to
More like
Salgwin. There's only two. Yeah, there's only two Sourgwin left. The one that was trying to guard the door, I guess now that realizes like, oh shit, my leader's dead. I may as well. It's gonna run up to Reggie, and just try to get some hits in on Reggie, since Reggie killed, its mom, I guess, or whatever. So it is going to do, let's see, it is going to do a bite and a spear attack against Reggie. If Reggie does an 8 hit you, how's that looking?
8 does not.
Yeah, I would hope not. Okay. And then Reggie, what about a big old 4? What's 4 doing for you?
Yeah, that definitely hits. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it seems it was a nat 1 plus 3, I guess. So that's cool. Okay. Apparently it's only the big beefy boy is Sourgwin who can actually hit stuff. So this one runs up to Reggie and is like, it tries to bite at him. It tries to stab him with a spear, 2-handed, both of which Reggie is just bobbing and weaving, no effort at all. The last one, I think I'm going to do a bite to CC and a spear towards, Kenrick, just so that we get an attack on both of you guys. So the bite for CC. CC, does 17 hit you?
Does.
It's only 2 piercing damage, which seems very low.
Just 1.
Unfortunately. Yeah, it seems like nothing. And then, are you raging? Do you half that? So you only take 1 point? Yeah, fuck. That's so stupid. Okay, but what about Kenrick for the 7 to hit?
A 7 will not.
Even if it had advantages, the other roll was only a 10, so it was not hitting Kenrick tonight at all. Damn, that's why. It's so weird how bad I'm rolling for all the other characters other than one specific one. Okay, well, that means we now go to the Smasher. I didn't do the Smasher, right? That was just a Sourgwin turn. Okay, so Smasher, this surely won't miss and will surely be fun. We're gonna attack Jess for 1. So Jess is a 14 plus a 3, 17. Hit, Jess?
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Whew. Finally, we got some hits in. That is going to be for a grand total of 8 points of damage to Jess from the spear.
Okay.
Then he's going to turn towards Liz, and he's going to try to do that same attack. 17 is going to hit Liz for 6 points of damage. Liz gets stabbed in the chest so hard. Liz is actually not looking great at the moment, just from that one stab, just so everyone's aware of the stakes. That's all the Smasher can do. We're going to go to Kenrick. Kenrick, you're up now.
All right. She's going to turn to the one that just tried to stab her. And we're going to... What do I have to use? I have to use the unarmed strike, I believe. So yes, she's going to use an unarmed strike to try to hit him. Well, let's roll that D4 just in case.
Is that a 5 to hit?
5 plus 2 is 7.
Does not. That will not. That will not.
All right.
That won't.
Then she will. I would like to. Nope, never mind. That would work for. I know I can do it. I want to do an insight check against this guy, contested by a deception check from you.
Okay. But.
And this is for my insightful fighting.
I rolled a 10.
I rolled an 8, so.
Well, so.
Doesn't do anything.
Well, hold on. I might have a negative. We don't know. I've got a negative charisma, -1. But
Still 9 to my 8.
Still not.
So.
Okay, still not enough. Okay. It was close!
All right. Well, unfortunately, I now have disadvantage on this guy.
Oh, shit. What was that? What was that you just tried?
If I had succeeded, I would have advantage for the next minute on this one.
Okay.
As it is, I have disadvantage for the next minute.
Oh my god. You guys both rolled so bad too. That's crazy.
Yep.
You got anything else, Kenrick, or are we gonna go to
that
Reggie?
Is it.
Okay. It's gonna go Reggie, CC, Liz, then Jess. So Reggie, you're up next. You got a Sourgwin right up on you.
I'm going to I can't really. Oh wait, that's wait. I'm gonna have to take the opportunity attack because I can't really do anything. But I'm just gonna take. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the opportunity attack and run up to the door.
Okay. So let me do that.
Then I'll shoot him with a bow after the.
It rolled a nat 20. That's fine.
I think that's my first damage of the campaign.
I that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's fine. You're surely not gonna die from this. That's so that would have been a spear attack. So let's just do, and we're gonna just double that. So just 10 points of damage. It was a big crit hit. But I doubt 10 points of damage is really gonna, like, kill you or anything. Hopefully.
No, it's not. I'm just gonna shoot it with my bow again.
Okay.
18.
18 will indeed hit the Saugwin. Oof.
Does 5 damage just kill it, or do I need to do anything else?
Let me check. Okay, so I've got 2 Saugwin left, one of which does have 5 HP left, and one of which has a little bit more. Yes, this is the one that only has the 5 HP left. The one down at the bottom has a little bit more. So yeah, you hit the minimum amount needed. So if you want to describe your kill, as just a barely kill, go ahead and go for it.
I'd say I'd hit him below where you said I hit him in the chest before. I'd hit him just below, say in the stomach, and I'd say enough blood has poured out that it'll just slowly drop over because of how much I did in the first shot with the in the chest.
Yeah, maybe it's a little bit more of a prolonged death. Maybe even after this, you fire this shot, and then these are obviously all these actions are happening within a 6-second window, right, per turn. So I think you maybe hit him with this, and it takes the full 6 seconds for him to bleed out. He's still gonna be kind of walking towards you, right up until the next round starts, and that's when he's gonna kind of collapse to the floor. But after that, we're gonna go to CC. So CC, you're right up against Saugwin still, who's fighting you and your buddy Kenrick.
Probably just do what I've been doing and hit him.
just fucking hit him. Fuck it. When you got too many choices, just fucking hit him. Is that a 10 total?
Will a D4 help?
Oh, it might.
I got hit. I forgot.
Oh, you have to roll for concentration.
Yeah, and I completely forgot about that.
Did you get 14 hit, Liz?
Jess has been hit a couple of times, yeah.
I mean, I said Liz, and you're not Jess. You're not Liz
you're
at
good.
all. And then you're Megan and Jess. A 14 still won't hit, CC.
Can I use one of my lock points?
Yeah, of course you can.
There we go then.
Oh, do you have the lucky?
Yeah, I forgot I had it.
God.
I looked, I was like, I've got lucky.
I think that's one of the best perks in the entire game. You pretty much get 3. Yeah.
Do that and silvery barbs, and you'll never get hit ever.
But yeah, both of those 2. Oh yes, there we go. 14.
Yeah,
now
I'm
roll
adding
your
the D4 on as well.
Now you need at least a 2. You need at least a 2 on this D4.
I got a 2 or 3 on a D4.
Okay, you got it. See, the bless. Megan and Jess will have you roll for your constitution right after CC's attack. We're gonna go ahead and just bake that in.
I'm good with that.
Wait, okay, hold on a second though. 16 damage does seem too fucked up. That's not the right amount of damage, right?
I don't think so.
That's a lot.
It looks like he just rolled max.
Oh, she did roll max on she rolled. Yeah, so it is a D12 plus 4, and it looked and she got the max. She got she rolled a 12 on a D12 plus 4. Okay, well fuck me. I guess I can't fault that logic. Well, you wanted to go ahead, Charlie. You explain how you obliterated that guy because I don't want to get too blue about it.
So my axe got stuck in his shoulder the last hit, sort of thing. So I would have yanked it out and then just sort of went, ah, and then just sliced right through the sort of like the neck downwards, and he just sort of goes, and flops to the floor.
Yeah.
It's like,
And I think it's like a cartoon, like his head's hovering in air for a moment and his body drops and his head just kind of sitting there and then it'll fall to the floor too. Do you want to use your movement? Now you don't have any kind of opportunity attacks or anything, so.
Yeah, so, let's have a look.
There's only one
can get
sour
up to,
Gwyn
yeah.
left in this room, and it's the big boy.
It's the big boy, yeah, so I'll go here there.
Okay. Yeah, big boy's getting more and more surrounded. That was CC, so Liz goes up next. Liz is up on the big boy. So Liz, I'm gonna get him roll 2 flat D20s. 14 and a 10. The 14 will actually hit, which is good. Because I think this might be one of the first times Liz has hit anything all fucking adventure, which has been very embarrassing. So ignore that 23 to hit. We were mostly 4. Liz finally hit something and he rolled 4 damage.
He's just more of a scholar than a fighter, really.
Listen, you know what? I don't at this point, I don't even care. I'm just going to tell you guys how much health this big boy has left. He had 10 health left. Liz could have easily finished him off. He could have easily finished him off. But no, he rolled 4 fucking damage. Now this guy has 6 HP left.
He just wanted to let someone else have the glory.
Does Liz have a multi-attack?
Liz does have, Liz does have a multi-attack, but his second one missed. That's the unfortunate thing. He rolled the 14 and the 10. So Liz could have been the hero.
And now he's a failure.
Liz could have been cool and been the hero and finished off, but no, he did the big whopping 4 points of damage, and now this big beefy boy with 6 HP left, Jess, you're up. You're on bat. You're ready to go.
Do you want me to still roll the concentration save thing, or do we want to just say we're so close?
No, you're good. This
Okay.
thing literally, we all know. Everybody in this call knows, and everybody on the Zoom knows, this motherfucker has 6 health left. Let's do something that does more than 6 HP of damage to this fucker.
I think everything I have is going to require a roll on one end or the other. So it's the matter of picking something.
It's gonna go, so just so everybody's aware of the stakes, it does go Jess, Queen Snapjaw, Gobbo, and then the Smasher. So we've got a couple turns, which I'm now realizing that as like the host and the DM, I shouldn't be lowering the stakes, like I just did. But that is the stakes that we're sitting at the moment.
Okay. I think, yeah, this is what we're going to do. Jess is gonna cast Guiding Bolts as her action here.
One of my favorite spells in the game. 17 to
hit.
hit.
Okay.
Fuck yes, we know this fucker has 16 armor class by now.
Heck yeah. Alright, and then it will take 4d6 radiant damage. So
Dude, I think if you roll all once, this thing's gonna die. Well,
I don't know if I add
mentioned he only
anything
has
to it,
6
but-
HP.
yeah, I mean, here, we'll go, what is it? Slash?
Dude, unless you
Is
roll
that how
all
you-
ones. Oh my god, you did roll 2 ones.
What?
But no, you rolled 12 points of damage. So Jess, or Megan, why don't you go ahead and describe how you obliterate this fucker?
I imagine her guiding bolt is this, like, energy light bolt that's kind of both white and black, like, swirled together in a sense, that just, not so much like a javelin dart, but when it gets there, it just kind of kabooms to cover the creature and encases him in light. Because the other part of guiding bolt being advantage, I mean, that's useless when the guy's dead, but that's the intent, is light him up so everyone can hit him.
Love it.
Yeah, and after he like explodes in the shower of gore, and everybody's around it except for Kenrick's down to the south and Reggie's up to the north. But everybody except for Kenrick and Reggie are just gonna get showered in this blood and guts.
Ew.
I don't think Jess intended for it to be quite so explodey, but I think that's just what happened.
And Queen Snapjaw is gonna look over at you, Jess, because you were the one that kind of brought her back to it. And now that everyone's dead, all the bad guys are dead, she's a little bit more lucid now. She's gonna look over at you and she's gonna repeat what she said the last time. Just, you came back. Honestly, I did not expect you all to ever come back.
What do you mean? Those bullywogs weren't a problem.
Well, I thought between Thousand Teeth and the bullywugs, I thought, one way or another, you all wouldn't be coming back to the Dunwater.
We had a job. We did it. That's how it works. You do the job, you come back, you get paid.
I think we got lucky, and we're smart about how we handle the tasks. And if it wasn't for Liz knowing that something was wrong, I don't know that, we'd all be here.
She's holding the helmet of underwater action, in her hands. She's kind of like looking at you all like, and Jess, she's gonna hand it up to you specifically. Hey, why don't you take this? I can definitely succeed that I have vastly underestimated Salt Marsh and their residents, so I think this is the least I could give for you saving my life. And she's gonna look over at Liz, and probably Liz's life too, if I'm to guess. She's like looking over at all five of you guys now. Reggie, you can obviously you were up at the top, but you don't see anybody else up north. That hallway that you were at, by the doorway, it was completely clear. That definitely seemed just to be their exit route.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like it was just going to be their exit route. But now they're all dead. I think you can kind of, clump back up with everybody else.
Right.
Liz is still going to be just looking over at, the Queen and you five, and just kind of looking between all six of you all. But Liz is not going to be saying much.
Right. I hope you don't mind that we do have plans to take the remains of Thousand Teeth, the Dreadful, with us.
Yeah, I'm going to put them in my restaurant.
You're welcome to come and enjoy the food there.
Yeah, it's a place where people eat. If you didn't know, I didn't know if you ever left this cave or whatever.
I know what a restaurant is. Yes.
Oh, well, Liz seemed confused about it, so I just didn't know if. But I guess that's why you're the queen, right? You go to restaurants.
Liz probably knows it as, and she'll say a string of characters and words that sound completely alien to anybody that doesn't understand Draconic. But it does. Anybody who does speak Draconic can tell she just said the word restaurant. But in common, it's very different. Yeah. So, hey, I want to give you all this helmet. It was more of a token that we wanted back from the Bullywugs. We actually don't need it. We all can breathe underwater already and things like that. So,
Well, that makes sense.
I didn't expect you all to actually return back with it or alive, all of you. But thank you for saving me.
Wait, so you sent us on a death mission?
Well, I don't really know how the capabilities of the salt Martians, as we call them, but yeah, I just kind of, I don't know. It was a trial, right? It was a trial by fire. It's just the same that I sent Liz with you all. So I obviously trusted you all enough to know that Liz would be safe.
Cece walks in a bit further and she's with her axe over her back and she's just wiping off goop. She's like, you underestimated us. We're pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, quite accurate. I definitely did underestimate all of Salt Marsh. Which is why I want to offer you all the opportunity. Can you take it back to your, did you call them a council? Or what's
Yeah.
your leadership?
We've got a council. Well, I think if we return to the council and let them know, what's going on, we'll kind of
Improve
relations,
diplomatic relations.
For sure. Thank you, Kenrick. I lost my words there.
Yeah, we just never wanted to reach out to Saltmarsh before because, like I mentioned yesterday, I know it seems like so long ago, but just like I mentioned yesterday, we didn't know how capable land dwellers would be in what's sure to be a pretty underwater combat arena, and B, it never seemed like you all in Saltmarsh liked us lizard folk all that much. There's been some hostilities in the past. But it seems,
to be fair, a lot of the salt marshes are kind of jerks.
But it seems like if you all were paid to come here on the behalf of Saltmarsh, then surely there's some common ground to be found?
I certainly hope so. We will report back and hopefully find some of that common ground for you.
Well, why don't you do this for me? Why don't you take this helm of underwater action, and she'll give it to you. And so any of you guys can use that. Obviously you five will have to discover or, debate who wants to actually get that. But that helmet's actually pretty good. It gives you like underwater breathing. I think it increases your swim speed to a set amount, like 40 feet per second or something like that. And some other stuff. But so we don't have to decide that tonight necessarily who's going to get that. But depending on how these adventures go in the future, that helmet probably will come in pretty big handy. And other than that, Queen Snapjaw will just, Queen Snapjaw will just say, well, we obviously need to go and quickly reassess the rest of the lair, the hideout, find out, how many casualties we have, but, I'd greatly appreciate if you all went back to your town and, try to do whatever you can to persuade the people of your town, Saltmarsh, to help us in our upcoming event.
Of course, we'll do our best.
Liz will just kind of Liz is going to look over at all of you and at the queen. And after it's going to kind of scan like this entire room, make sure there's no other external threats or anything like that. And, he's just going to start walking towards the exit, and, he'll get about halfway towards the exit and he's just going to turn towards the five of you. And in pretty good common, he's just going to say,
"Thank you,"
and then continue going down. And, you can only assume that he's just going to go, okay, I stretched him really big. That looks funny. You can only assume that he's going to go and, recommit to his post outside the front gate. So now we'll go back to you five. What do you five want to do?
Could we trouble you for a room for the night? It's been a bit of a long day with the fight and all. We could use a rest before we head back to Saltmarsh, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, I'm sure Liz wouldn't mind offering up his room for you all for the night. I believe you stayed there last night, if I'm not mistaken.
We did. We had a bit of a sleepover. That was fun.
Slumber party, he called it. I know.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can go have another slumber party. I do think Liz, she's glancing over at Liz, who is now standing guard at the actual door of this chamber. I don't think Liz is going to get much sleep tonight, so I think you might five be on your own. But I trust that you guys can find your way towards the room.
That sounds like a dismissal, so thank you.
Yeah, and you guys could definitely tell, especially from this room, you guys could map out where it was to that straw room that you guys just had your slumber party in last night.
Where the rest of the Thousand Teeth lives.
Yes.
Moment.
Yeah. We got to go back and collect his that upper torso of Thousand Teeth.
I think before we settle in for a long rest, knowing that I've got a couple spell slots left, Jess would help out any of the wounded with what resources she has. Just, I mean, we're here, we've done this, you know. I'm just gonna mark off the rest of my first little spell slots for that, essentially. And call it good.
Okay. Yeah, I think if you guys wanted to all take a long rest here and then head back to Salt Marsh in the morning, obviously everybody could go ahead and mark off their long rest on D&D Beyond or whatever you use. And after that, we will be heading right back. We'll take the boat, head back down the Dunwater this time, and head back to Salt Marsh. And I think we can go ahead and, make it to the, council chambers, where we will be meeting with, let me go ahead and move this. We will be meeting with, when you get into the council chambers, early morning the next day, it's actually only Elander Fireborn in the room. You don't see Edda, the one who had actually, contracted the mercenaries to go and try to kill all the lizard folk. It's only Fireborn. And when you walk in, he's got that big wooden desk in front of him with a bunch of maps and papers and documents all spread across it. He is very deep in, thought as he's like poring over these maps when you guys all, make it into his council chambers. Who's leading the chart? Like, who's first into the room?
I feel
I'll
like
go.
Reggie would be, because I think he knows Reggie the most, because yeah.
Okay, yeah. Reggie, I think, is the only one that's like from this town.
Sure enough.
Even living like outside of town, but still being in the town. Yeah.
Jess as well.
Yeah, Jess too. Jess also has the
He just usually takes up the rear.
Yeah, God was from Waterdeep. He's not from here at all.
So we'll have Reggie walk in first, and Fireborn will look up from his maps. Yeah. Oh. And he'll see all of you guys now. Does you he looks to be confused for a couple seconds. He's like trying to remember exactly what mission he sent you guys off on, because apparently he's sending like a lot of people off on a lot of different missions at this moment. Oh, you guys were checking on the lizard folk, right? What's the situation there?
Well, they're preparing for a battle, but not with you. They actually are trying to get their homeland back from the Salguin, and would very much appreciate it if Saltmarsh would send a contingent to help them. So, good news.
So they were friendly with us?
I mean, they're relatively neutral towards you. You seem to be more than a little racist towards them, and they were a little, reluctant based on that.
But I think us being there helped with the relationship a bit. In fact, we managed to speak directly with the queen and helped her out with the job. And, she actually presented us with this, important, helm of theirs as a token of, like, good faith and goodwill.
So it went very well.
So are they trying to, like, team up, so to speak?
With you, yes, they would like that.
The other thing that might bring you some good news is, you said, when you sent us out on this mission, you said, they've been smuggling arms to this place, and this is kind of strange. The place they're living is not their permanent home. They don't want to be there. And so I know tensions between the city here, Saltmarsh, and the lizard folk, have existed, and hopefully, we can work that out a little bit. Maybe it'll help work things out if we're not so close together. If they can have their home back, get a little bit more space, sometimes that helps.
So what are they asking of us?
Just general assistance if you've got mercenaries that you can send to help, or an army, or supplies, perhaps weapons. They're expecting it to be a mostly underwater battle, so I don't think they're expecting a lot of humanoids to participate, given, the water.
So it sounds like, if I'm not mistaken, you all have acquired an alliance of sorts. However, that alliance being that we help them go and retake their homeland. Underwater, that is.
And then they leave, which is what you all seem to want.
And it looks like he's like, he's grabbing his chin. He's really deep lost in thought. Okay, so we help them out. We kill a Salguin, and then they leave our area. Okay, and the Queen agreed to this entire alliance and everything.
Yes.
It looks like he's kind of lost in thought for a moment. And it looks like he's doing some kind of like mental calculations, and he's like, well, I suppose you all accomplished your goal. What do you say to an alliance with the lizard folk? Why don't you all just take this? And he's gonna he's gonna start opening up some drawers in the desk he's standing behind. Edda's not in the room, by the way. It's literally just Fireborn here. He's gonna start opening up some drawers in this desk. What about just, here, 300 gold and you all split it. That's in addition to your upfront payment. Does that sound fair to everybody?
Just like an actual question. How much did he say we could get per person?
Yeah.
Before?
So, off the rip, he said 40 gold total, and it was a scaling amount of gold that you guys would all have received based off like the results, right? Like however much information you guys could retrieve and bring back. That was going to kind of increase the amount of gold you guys could make. And now the fact that you guys made an entire like alliance with the lizard folk and those other two factions, he definitely seems to be offering you guys, a pretty big lump sum on top of that 40 gold per person. So I guess 300 gold would be 300 divided by
60.
So it'd be at 60 each. So in total, you guys would make 100 gold each from this quest, which actually in Saltmarsh money is an absurd amount. Right, Jeremy? That is like,
Yeah, one gold's supposed to be like $100 or something.
yeah, that is like fucking almost generational wealth you guys got here, from this adventure. And then of course, if anyone is going to be in the next, Salt Marsh adventure, they're going to get a big leg up in the money department, I would assume.
Well, unless they blow it all on the restaurants for Gobbo.
Unless they blow it all on Gob. Which, real quick, before we do end the night, I do want to make sure, can we at least land on a name of Gobbo's restaurant?
Thought we came up with something already.
Yeah.
I know you had something based on the crocodile.
Oh my god. You know what? We might have to...
Teeth and Tail or something?
Oh my god,
the
that's
Teeth and
actually
Tail.
a pretty good... If that
Yeah,
wasn't
Teeth
that
and
name,
Tail.
that's actually a good name, though. Goblets is a good name. Teeth and Tail's a good name. You know what? We can figure that out later. We don't need it tonight.
Tooth and Tail.
Tooth and Tails.
Yes.
Oh my god, that's such a good goblin restaurant name.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that other place out of business. Fuck them.
Yeah, I think we'd ask Firemore, do you know anyone who can, cure or prepare, crocodile skin, by the way.
I mean, he's gonna like look over at Kaba like, I would assume that chef right there could.
Well, no, we don't want to cook the skin.
Like a taxiderm. We need to get this. You see his head? This thing's going to be hanging over the bar.
Oh.
Everyone that walks in the tooth and tail, it's the first thing that's going to be see that smiling face.
The teeth.
All 997 teeth glistening in the flame light, in the candle light.
I mean, you could probably find someone in town. I don't know. I don't have just a yellow book of every. Actually, you know what? I do have a yellow book. He's gonna pull out a big yellow book. Give me 1 second, and he's gonna be flipping through it. While he's flipping through it, why don't we go ahead and real quick have everybody go ahead and plug all their shit. Jeremy, we're gonna start with you, and we're gonna go down the line of the overlay. Jeremy, what do you want to talk about for the night?
Hey, I'm Jeremy. Thanks for watching the last part of this adventure of Quest Q. As always, please go check out Eclipse. We release that every other week. I think we just recorded episode 78. We released episode 68 last time, right? So we're trucking right along there, and we're still recording. So there's lots of Eclipse to come. So please go watch Eclipse, Dungeons and Dragons, sci-fi, fantasy, thriller. On top of that, make sure you tune in next Friday for Adventure 3 of Quest Q. We will be doing Salvage Operation, level 4. So that's going to be a good time for a new adventure. I think that'll take 2 to 3 episodes. We'll see how it goes. Other than that, just make sure you're checking out all the other shows right here on the Majestic Goose Network.
Jeremy, you know I also thought this was going to be 2 to 3 episodes, and it's a 4-episode thing. So, we'll see if you can land it, buddy. Let's go to Danny. Danny, what do you want to talk about?
Well, the very next thing coming up is tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. We have another meme of the month run by the lovely Lady Bedivere this time.
Oh my
She
God.
is amazing. I am looking forward to it. We've got a fantastic cast. I'll be playing. Tiana Wren is playing. Gerundu is playing. It's all the names you know and love. We're bringing back Katie. We've got Cal. It's gonna be just a whole crazy pile of shenanigans. So tune in tomorrow, Majestic Goose Network, 8 p.m. Eastern, to see us be absolutely bananas. And it's a new system. So we're playing something entirely different that none of us have ever played before. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, I have been following that channel and the group and all the players and everybody, and you know the backstory and lore that's like building into that one shot. And oh my God, I'm telling you right now, if you're not following the twitch.tv/Majestic Goose Network, definitely do. And then tune in tomorrow night, 6/13/2026 at 8 p.m. because that is going to be a wild Pride themed, very fun, adventure. Jess, Megan, what do you want to talk about?
So first I would say, yeah, I'm Megan. I'm playing Jess. Thank you so much for letting me have this opportunity to play with you guys. It's been a ton of fun, both to play with the Majestic Goose folks and with, Charlie and Lucas. You guys have been amazing. So thank you. You know, thank you for this opportunity to play, and thank you all for being here. I have a bunch of stickers that I bought from you guys recently that I'm super excited to have a place to. I gotta figure out where they're going. But yeah, so I bought an Eclipse shirt recently, and then I've got Eclipse, Crits and Knits, and Roll for Weird, which Roll for Weird is what brought me to this network. It's probably my favorite. But yeah, I was really excited that I got those. So that's kind of all I've got. So
Roll for Weird.
enjoy.
Roll for Weird. If you're either watching this live or listening to this on the podcast and you haven't listened to the Roll for Weird podcast yet, please go look. Just search Roll for Weird on your podcatcher. It is some unhinged but amazing content. It is a fully contained story. We've got the intro and the outro all the way wrapped up on the podcast feed. So go check it out. It's a very long story, but it's very amazing. It's definitely worth it. And yeah, everyone should go check that out.
so I've listened to it all the way through at least once, and I think I tried to start a second listen through, if not all the way through. And as someone who, just started playing TTRPGs a couple years ago, Roll Forward is one of those shows that to me felt most like getting to sit around the table and play with your friends, in the sense of people are gonna pull stupid shit and do silly things, but that's the charm of it to me, was knowing that, they're just, the people who are playing are just other people, and I got to experience that while playing with you guys. It's you guys are just cool, fun people to hang out with. The other cool thing I really liked about Roll Forward, especially when I went back and listened to it, is that first episode may seem a little rough around the edges listening to it, because it was supposed to be one shot. But when I listened to it, there were details, and I'm oh, I had completely forgotten about that come back into play way at the end. And it might seem like a little small thing, but it was cool to just, they all tied together in this way that worked so well, and I really, it is my favorite.
Yeah, Dragon Bait, I don't know how she did what she did. She was obviously working off of a one-shot frame of mind originally, and then we all had so much fun that we were begging Dragon Bait, hey, can we do more, please? More, please. And DB ended up making it into this 60-ish, 50-ish episode long arc, and it was some of the most fun content ever. Yeah, so if you haven't listened to Roll Forward yet, definitely, I think it's some of the best content on the entire network. And I know the first couple episodes, the audio quality might be a little bit rough, mostly because we intended for it to be a one shot. We thought we were going to stream it, and that was it. We're going to stream it, and then it ended up being so much fun for us as players and so much fun for the listeners that we kept going, and now it's one of our longest running series, and is definitely worth checking out. Okay, and next up, Lucas, aka Reggie. Lucas, anything you want to talk about? I know you streamed some Formula 1 racing.
Yeah. So, first of all, I've been so glad, being here. And it's been so enjoyable these last 4 nights, being able to, relax and being able to, talk to, people I've heard on the podcast for ages. It's been such a pleasure, playing, D&D with the people I've heard for 2 years, and it's the only podcast I listened to other D&D podcasts, but it's this is the main one I actually listen to, so it's so surreal being here. I'd like to thank Megan for the not VC Megan, the one of the clips for the profile picture that I'm on Zoom right now. I thought I saw you all doing it, so I joined in, but I found it very fun. I'm also glad to support you, on Patreon and be at the Discord and stuff. Seeing all that stuff. I might have joined the Patreon. I think it's less than a month ago now, but it's still, being able to support you is very good. I want you to keep making this content and stuff, and it's just very all the podcasts have been such a pleasure of being able to listen to. With the stuff I stream and stuff, it's just Solar Cindy on TikTok and Twitch. You'll be able to find me there. It's usually cars and Formula 1, but you might see different games every now and again, depending on if I'm playing with someone else. But apart from that, I'd just like to thank you all for having such a good time, especially your Kermit voice. That was very funny, Adam.
I wish I could have heard more of your Toad voice. Unfortunately, Zoom was not cooperating very much with us tonight. But yeah, that was a blast. And then, of course, last but certainly not least, Charlie, I'm so sorry that you were always you know what I mean? You're at the end of the overlay. Should have probably swapped you out. But
so right, I really don't mind. So yeah, I'm Charlie. I've been playing CC. To be honest, these last 4 weeks have been absolutely hilarious. It's been nice to play a game of D&D because I'm normally the dungeon master, so it's nice to be involved. with playing one of my favourite characters. Like everyone else said, check out Majestic Goose. All of it. Just all of them. Just listen to them all, love them all, and then listen to all again.
I'm telling you, I always feel really bad because like, we've got some of our shows, like some of the bigger shows like Half-Hearted Heroes and One Shot Onslaught where like the release schedule is not super consistent, and I get really, kind of, I don't know what I'm looking for. Like, I get self-conscious about the fact that, like, how infrequent we're releasing content. But then I gotta try to remind myself that, like, we also have, like, fucking 10 shows on the network. And at least every week, we're dropping at least 2 to 3 episodes of content across the network. Even though, some of our shows, we do have too big of gaps between episode drops. So I do feel bad about that. However, I do love that, Quest Q is a constant, right? Every Friday you can catch us live on Twitch, 6 p.m. Eastern till roughly 9 p.m. Ouch. Oh fuck, we're at 9:05. I gotta wrap it up. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. We will be back next Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Jeremy DMing Salvage Operation. Jeremy, do we want to drop the roster live right now? I think we got...
Well, we don't know 100%. We definitely know we have Drendu. We definitely know we have Megan from Eclipse. We have Charlie that will be returning as well. And we have...
Tentatively.
Well, we don't know the others, right? So we're still waiting on one more. But we will definitely have probably a 4th person.
Yeah.
And then I'll be DMing, of course.
Yeah. And it's Salvage Operation. It's going to be coming live next Friday. Same time, same amazing content. And I guess other than that, I think we're ready to wrap up. Thank you all so much for listening and watching. Super excited for you all to listen to and watch the first part of the next adventure in the Ghost of Saltmarsh book. And other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you all next week. Bye, buddy.
Ah, so nice of you to stop by. Come in, come in. I'm Silas Lancaster, and this is my library. Within these tomes you will find tales of monsters, both figurative and literal. Tales to make the strongest of us blanch in fear. Such stories are dangerous, and consumption must be strictly rationed. As such, I shall share but one story from my library each Thursday in October each year. Be sure to tune your wireless receiver to Storytime with Silas. Alternatively, subscribe on those podcast providers the youth seem so fond of.